Here we're taking out one, and I'm sitting behind the glass, and you poor bugger, who's got the breeze blowing through you.
Tell you what, we're in for an interesting day today on O&M Live. First quarter action, thanks to Black Locks in Wodonga and their LDV vans. Not too far away from kicking off. We'll go boundary side. Sky Burgess, a tip from you this afternoon.
Look, I think it's going to be a lot closer game than people are anticipating. Raiders got a quite decent side in. I don't know if they'll be able to finish it, but I think it's going to be a tight game.
Luke Francis on O&M Live, a tip from you.
Yeah, the Albury Tigers, for me, Gus, I'm hoping that Sky's right, and it is a pretty close margin, but, yeah, the Tigers are a class act, and they're going to be terribly hard to beat the visiting team this afternoon.
Dan Vaccaro on the 40-wing stat sheet, a tip from you.
Albury by 4 to 5 goals, Gussie. It'll be closer than what people think.
The Tigers by 21 points for mine. We're not too far away from getting underway here at the Birrelea Park. A big job for young Will Bowden, the ruck today for the Albury Tigers, coming up against Isaac Muller, who for mine has pretty much cemented himself in the Ovens and Murray Team of the Year. It's the Wodonga Raiders and the Albury Tigers as the umpire holds the footy aloft. For Black Locks in Wodonga, it's O&M Live with Luke Francis on 2AY.
Yeah, let's get it on. The Raiders and the Tigers. Ball goes up and comes down. It's wrapped up. And again, the umpire will have it. So O'Brien got held by Brad St. John. So again, here we go in the middle by and Isaac Muller. Ball pinging around. Ends up in the hands again of Isaac Muller. O'Brien tries to have another crack at it. Ball comes out the back. And they get it away, the Tigers, to the half-forward flank. And getting onto it was Taylor Nugent. Got spun around in a tackle by McCarty. McMenamin has the ball. Just a blind hand pass over the top of his head to McGrath and then back to McMenamin. Left foot. They send it forward inside 50. Raiders back there trying hard. Connor Taylor went in, ball spills out, and then Daly, that was Alex, and he gets it onto a teammate, and the Raiders come out, Gus.
And they do. McGrath makes a good contest for the Albury Tigers on hands and knees. McCarthy links up with Brad St. John. Left foot kick down towards True. Centre wing's okay. Jesse Wilson gets amongst the action, and so does Unthank for the Albury Tigers. Wilson backwards to go, forwards via Daly, the coach, and links up with Unthank. Left foot, low chiseling kick in board. It'll be a free kick here. It's going to be against Will McCarty. And it'll go the way of Lockie Taylor Nugent on the edge of the centre square.
Yep, so Taylor Nugent, that's it. Edge of that centre square, right foot, drilling ball, low one. Goes inside 50 for the Tigers. Probably their second forward 50 entry. Ball at the bottom of the pack, wrapped up. And the umpire, again, will call it opening quarter, brought to you by Black Locks Wodonga here at Birrelea Park on a beautiful afternoon. Sky Burgess, Dan Vaccaro, Gus McLeod and Luke Francis with you. Massive swing and hit out of the ruck by Isaac Muller. Duncan after it, heading towards the boundary line, left of centre wing out of sight. It's kept in though. They did well, the Raiders, and now finds its way back towards the line. Players going in. Charlie St. John looks to be, and Cameron on the other side of it. Again, ball out of bounds. And we'll have a boundary throw-in, Gus.
Really positive start for Albury boys. 2 repeat inside 50s on the 40-wing stat sheet.
90 seconds gone on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock as Muller takes it out of the ruck and pumps it forward. Gains about 45 metres for the home side as the ball hits towards the edge of the centre square. Working nicely is Cantillo. If he can try and keep the football in front of him, he can't. Getting amongst the action there is Gibbs for the Wodonga Raiders. Unthank's got a bit of work to do for the visitors. 45 metres from home. And the umpire says we'll ball the football up as the Raiders get their first inside 50.
Yep, they certainly do. So no score yet on the Steel Line scoreboard. Opening minutes, first term at Birrelea Park. Tigers coming out of defence. Hodgson is after it. So too is Cox. McGrath fighting away for it at ground level. He's wrapped up in a tackle from Glass. And again, the man in green will have it. Right of centre wing. So the Wodonga Raiders winning their first game last week versus North Albury. The Albury Tigers, of course, 10-4, sitting third on the ladder. Ball back inside 50 for the Raiders. And then Cameron picks it up for the Tigers. He's gone here. Gibbs has got him. Isaac Muller tried to get on the boot. Duncan gets out of defence and brings it away for the Tigers.
Taylor Nugent leads nicely and he marks across the right half-back flank. Clubroom side of the Birrelea Park in Wodonga as he switches the football to true centre half-back. It's Anthony Miles, kicks long up the ground, and here's a go for O'Brien. Shimmies and shakes and handballs over the top, and it works out nicely. Going inside 50 is McMenamin to the top of the goal square. Hart's there at ground level, brings it to the contest at the top of the goal square. Kick on goal from Jeff Garlett. Is through the big sticks, and the Tigers have got the first on the Steel Line scoreboard. One straight to the Wodonga Raiders yet to score. We've played 3.5 minutes on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock, and we'll go boundary side. Sky Burgess for the Newie.
Yeah, they're off to a good start, aren't they? They're just really, I think Raiders are struggling to have that field position and just doing those basics.
Seem to be having some technical difficulties with Sky there, boundary side. We might have to a bit of a fiddle with that one there, boys, but we'll try and get that one to soldier on. But yeah, good start from the Aubrey Tigers.
Really positive start by Albury boys. Just quickly, they've had 3 inside 50s. Jakey Page, Anthony Miles, their big names have got their hands on the footy early.
Reset back in the middle. And here we go again. By and Isaac Muller. Muller got the best of it. And going in from the wing was Page. And then Brad St. John pounces on it though from the Raiders and sends it forward. Nice ball, but beautiful mark taken back there by the Tigers defence. And they come out through Byrne and he goes wide. So Unthank with the ball. Oh, gee, ordinary kick, bouncing. And then Page has got to go for the Tigers. Bat one out to Duncan. Did well. And the Tigers, so they mop up. Nice inboard to Luke Daly. He wants to angle back towards the corridor and he's got Miles. So what can Anthony do? As he puts it on the boot, sends it to Truce and a half forward. Nice mark from Taylor Nugent, wheels around. And then, well, no Jacob Conlon down there today. Cooper Daly did well in front of O'Hara. O'Hara goes again. Ball heading towards the boundary line. Charlie St. John sees it across with Hodgson. Ball out of bounds inside Tigers 50 here at the Emerald Avenue end, Gussie.
Yeah, it looks dangerous here, Lukey. We'll bring the football back into play as the umpire throws it back in. Just manhandles it out of the ruck and throws it on the boot. Third time he's done that today, so the Albury Tigers need to look to address that as they get the football up towards true centre wing. Emerald Oval side of the umpire. I thought I heard a whistle. He's paid an advantage of the Tigers stream inside forward. 50 O'Hara collects nicely on the half volley. He's dangerous here, Braden O'Hara. Left foot kick on goal. He's across the face and through for a minor score. So the Albury Tigers, they move to 1-1-7. To the Wodonga Raiders yet to score. Steel Line scoreboard, first quarter action. Here's Luke Francis for McRae Motors on O&M Live.
Raiders bringing out towards centre wing, not far from our broadcast position. Gibbs going in for it. Oh, ball looks out. It is, and we will have a boundary thrown. Let's go to Dan Vaccaro on the 40-wing stats. Dan, what are the inside 50s looking like at this stage?
So the free kick, inside 50 count, boys, Albury Tigers are 5 to Wodonga Raiders 3 on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Okay, so let's have a look at this boundary throwing.
True centre wing broadcast side. It's a nice looking throw back into play. Zach By with the front possession. Palms it down for the Tigers as Blomley gets a left foot kick down the line towards Hodgson, who's going to have to play some more midfield minutes today with the lack of midfielders for the Albury Tigers. Fletcher Hart tries to get his hands on the Sharon. St John comes through. The self-proclaimed shredder. And he gets wrapped up in a big tackle. In fact, it was Cooper Smith. And we'll ball the football up. Just forward to true centre wing, broadcast side. Muller in the ruck. O'Brien, right foot kick inside, forward 50. Good looking kick. Making a go of that was Page. Taylor Nugent inside, forward 50. O'Hara's playing deep today. Cooper Daly, bit of work to do for the Raiders. Gets it on the left boot. Probably not his best kick. It's going to trickle into the fence and go out of bounds for a boundary throw. And we go boundary side, Sky Burgess. Well, hopefully these technical difficulties have worked itself out, Sky, for the Newmarket Hotel.
I know, they're really testing me for my first home game, aren't they? Things aren't going my way, but we seem to be back on track now.
Yeah, beautiful. Great stuff. Well done, Sky. 7 minutes gone, opening term in the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock. And the Albury Tigers, the visiting team, leading 7 points to nil on that Steel Line scoreboard. So Page has it. Now, he's outside 50, and I reckon he's got a 50 here. So what's happened here? Sky, did you pick up what the story was?
No, I don't. The runner was actually standing right in the way of the guy on the mark, but I'm assuming it was a mark infringement, like a standing on the line.
Well, it might have been the runner, in fact, as well. You know, don't quite know these situations, Lukey.
Yeah, no, you're right, Gus. So you might have been right. Sky. The runner might have infringed the corridor there. Anyway, advantage is being paid to the Tigers. They get that 50, and Page has kicked the second major for the Albury Tigers. So they go to, what are they now? 13.
The old manual scoreboard here, Lukey. It takes a little while.
It takes a little bit harder, boys. And as we just go quickly to the 40-wing stat sheet, 7 inside 50s already for Albury. They've been real prolific going forward. Jakey Page has been very good with the 4 touches and the goal there as well. Anthony Miles getting his hands in the footy early. Bryden Hodgson going through the midfield. All positive signs for Albury early, boys.
Keep your eyes on Fletcher Hart, boys. He's a youngster through the Bush Rangers program with a lot of raps on him. And he's playing as a key forward today for the Albury Tigers. Muller wins it down as Hodgson gets a clearing kick for the Albury Tigers towards true centre half forward. Will Blomley, fresh out of a game in the twos last week, got himself back in the senior side. Muller streaming through the centre of the Birrelea Park, and Wodonga links up with the skipper St John. Inside forward 50, Cantilla's the target. Doesn't quite have front position, and Max Byrne takes a nice strong intercept mark, and he links up with Harry Cameron across the right half back flank.
And Cameron looping hand pass to Luke Daly. Nice right foot down the line. And picks up a teammate. So Page with the ball. So they're right on the outer side here, the Tigers, and they go inboard. Now that's Fletcher Hart, the man that Gus McLeod was talking about, and those fluoro green boots sends it to true centre half forward. Good running from Duncan. The Tigers swing around and then send it forward. High ball. O'Hara at the back went up. Had one bite at it. Spills to the ground. Taylor Nugent goes in. He's wrapped up by the Raiders. And we will have a stoppage inside attacking 50 at the Emerald Avenue end. Opening term here, almost 9.5 gone on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock. 13 to zip. The Tigers up, Gus McLeod.
Muller out of the ruck once again. Miles links up with Garlett for his second. Gee, this guy can play in front of goal. It's a nice finish from Jeff Garlett. He's got 2. And the Albury Tigers, they've got 3. 3-1-19 to the Raiders. Yet to score. Dan Vaccaro on the 40-wing stat sheet. The inside 50 seem to be quite even, though, favouring the Albury Tigers and the Raiders. The Raiders certainly had their looks. They're just not capitalising going inside 50.
You're absolutely right, Gussie. So 4 inside 50s the Raiders have had, and they've gone deep probably once. On Albury's other hand, they've had 7 inside 50s. Jakey Page has been fantastic. He's had the 5 early touches. He's had the early goal. Along with Anthony Miles, the only output Raiders are getting at the moment. Isaac Muller, 5 touches. Brad St John has been good in the midfield, but they need more players for them to lift, Gus.
Yeah, so 4 inside 50 entries, as Dan said, and the Tigers' defence has been able to pick them off. So Raiders forwards have just got to try and create a better contest and lock the ball in. Okay, 10.5 gone. Opening term here, brought to you by Blacklocks Wodonga. Sky Burgess, Dan Vaccaro, Gus McLeod and Luke Francis with you. Hope you're enjoying the action this afternoon on 1494 2AY on O&M Live. Glass at half back. Noy took the mark. It spilled it. Blomley and off to O'Brien. And then just a kick up in the air, trying to find a teammate. Glass coming to spoil the kick. There will be a free kick given away, though, to Luke Daly. And Luke will have it just beyond 50 to the Emerald Avenue end. Another whistle. And what's happened here? He wants him to get back behind his mark, Luke. So the umpire quite, pedantic there. And then right foot low ball inside. That was too easy almost. And what will the Tigers do now? That was scrappy. And they're going to get wrapped up by the Raiders. No, O'Brien, ball comes out to Connor Taylor. And they're away on the outer side, Gus.
So it looks like Burke, if he can get the ball to sit favourably for him, he's got 2 Tigers to beat and he does a good job. Handball's over the top, trying to find Nathan Clark. It sits favourably and Cantilla missed the handball on the way through. The umpire said it was a free kick. Holding the footy is the Albury Tigers. Rebound across true centre half back. Wilson inboard to Hodgson. Right foot kick inside forward 50. Hart's got a bit of work to do, but he gets a nice bounce. Over the top, O'Hara kicks on goal and it just dribbles across to the near side for a minor score. I like this move. Braden O'Hara playing one out in the goal square down.
He looks very dangerous, boys, as Albury move up to 10 inside 50s on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Yeah, he's a solid player. There's no doubt about that, Braden O'Hara. You know we're going to get every week. So he has been prominent in the opening term. He's had a couple of shots now. So the Raiders to bring the ball back in from full-back. And then a low ball. Gee, they put Alex Daly under a stack of pressure. He's pounced upon. Brunner's got him. And he's awarded with a free kick. So, well, that was ordinary, guys. Just some scrappy play there, Sky Burgess, for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, Albury's the experienced side. You just can't afford to be making those silly mistakes because they're going to capitalise on it every time.
That's it. So Jacob Runner looking at the Tigers' fourth here, opening term on the skill line scoreboard. We've almost gone 13 minutes in the first stanza on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock. Let's see what Jacob Runner can do. He's about 35 out on a slight angle to the Emerald Avenue end, veering away, and he's missed, has he? No, he's got it. He snuck it in. Well done, Jacob, and that is the fourth for the Albury Tigers. And, well, the Raiders still yet to score, despite Dan Vaccaro saying it's had 4 inside 50s. What are we up to now, Dan, on the 40-wing stat sheet?
Yeah, so it's blown out now, boys. So the Albury Tigers have had the 10 inside 50s. Wodonga Raiders have just had the 4 inside 50s. They've started really positively early, but they haven't had the ball to go forward as much. Isaac Muller's a one-man show in their midfield. He's tapping it, but yeah, Albury are getting forward far too easy. Around
the ground, so Mr. Stokes Pool World and Yarrawonga hold a 1-point lead over the Corowa Rutherglen Roos, 13-12, and back here at the Virley Park in Wodonga, the Tigers lead 4-2-26. So the Raiders yet to score. Back in the centre once again. Miles got taken without the footy, and getting a clearing kick is Twycross for the Wodonga Raiders. Kicks long down the line, and it works out okay for Clark. 85 from home, so he darts the eyes nicely to Max Beattie, who's been quiet by his standards, and he marks 52 metres from home. This will probably test the distance of the young fella. Umpire calls him to play on now, so he pops it to the top of the goal square. Muller flies, bit too much on it for him. And we get a boundary throwing deep in the pocket for the Wodonga Raiders, kicking to the netball pocket end of the Birrelea Park in Wodonga. 14.5 minutes gone. The Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock.
Yeah, handy crowd in here this afternoon at Birrelea Park. Big fist out of the ruck contest or boundary throw-in. Beattie goes after it, and again, we'll have another boundary throw-in. So just left of the scoreboard here at the netball court end or southern end of the ground.
Just the 2 touches for Max Beattie early, boys, on the 40-wing stat sheet as well.
Yeah, he has been quiet, as Gus McLeod mentioned. Sharon comes back into play. Muller gets a left hand to it. Beattie got torn off the ball. Umpire said that was all right. They have a snap at it to the netball court and the Raiders. And that's a blazing ball out on the full. Tigers will get it back, and Lucas Conlon brings it back into play.
That he certainly does, Lukey. The boy from Griffith kicks the ball out wide for the Albury Tigers. A long piercing kick, trying to find Page. He can't quite keep that ball alive at the Emerald Oval side of the ground. We'll bring the football back into play and go boundary side. Sky Burgess for the Newmarket Hotel.
I'm down here, boys. The Raiders are doing a lot of talking over here, a lot of team meetings. They've got captain off speaking to coach at.
So they'll bring the football back into play. And Muller takes it out of the ruck. Palms it down in the right direction. Handball over the top's working out okay. It's McKenzie. Doesn't quite get a favourable bounce. Tries to find one more handball over the top to Twycross. And pinballing around near the boundary line. The umpire says, I'll bring this one back into play. 50 metres out from the Raiders' goal.
Yeah, certainly does. So let's have a look at this contest. Who'll win possession and the clearance? Muller again. Geez, he's had some tap outs. Isaac Muller got driven off the ball by Twycross. Cameron goes in. And then McGrath's got it. And then a right foot. Look at that. How high that one's gone. My goodness.
It's gone halfway to the netball courts, Lukey.
Yeah, no, he hit the moon and came back.
So that's a bit extravagant, Luke.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, Gus. My
I'll tell
apologies.
You what, he's had his zingers on today, Dan, hasn't he?
Before the broadcast even started, boys, he did his number before we went to air.
Yeah. Raiders thump it in. Look at this. Contest in the square over the back. And it's gone through for 1-1 scored. And the Raiders hit the scoreboard. So just 1 point. The Tigers 26 to 1. Tigers way on the steel line scoreboard. And we've almost gone 17 minutes on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock, Gus. As Gus doing some work in the background. Cantilla has taken the mark. So well done. The Raiders won it back, and the ball's been fired into Cantilla. And he'll have a shot here, Dan Vaccaro, from about 35 out.
He will, Lukey, and they're up to 6 inside 50s now. So they're starting to work back into their game a little bit. I don't think the scoreline is reflecting as much dominance as what Albury probably looked like, 26 to 1. Raiders have had their opportunities. Let's see if he can sneak it through the middle here.
Yeah, lively type, this man, Brendan Cantilla. Very dangerous around the sticks. Let's see if he can put it through. He certainly does. He makes no mistake. He drills it to the southern end, Brendan Cantilla. The Raiders get their first major, 26 to 7. in favour of the Albury Tigers is the Steel Line scoreboard as we almost get to the 18-minute mark. Let's go to Dan Vaccaro on the 40-week stats.
It's a really interesting first quarter, boys. Raiders have actually been quite good in the midfield. They've had 3 centre clearances to Albury's 2. Their inside 50 count isn't too bad as well. They've just got to be a little bit more prolific going forward. Isaac Muller's been great. He's had the 6 touches, and I reckon all of them are out of the ruck contest, Gussie.
He loves taking him out of the contest, doesn't he?
Yep.
It's reminiscent of what Tom Hawkins does for the Cats. Back in the centre, Muller palms it down in towards space, claims his own football and handballs, trying to gain some yardage. McMenamin off the edge of the square, regathers possession for the Tigers and kicks towards centre half forward. Big contest combines there as Taylor Nugent emerges with the footy, kicks to a one-on-one inside forward 50, working hard to keep it alive. Amongst the action now is McCarty. The Raiders exit defensive 50 via Price. They're going to link up with him once again. Little hand two with St John, goes long down the line. Big contest forms. Working at the back of the pack was Byrne to keep this one alive. It's pinballing around here, and the Tigers have got a bit of work to do, Lukey.
They certainly do, Gus. Few players around this peel, and that's tied up almost like a rugby union scrum style set up over there, right of centre wing. And the umpire calls for it again. Let's see if he can sort this contest out. Away we go again. Ball off by and Muller. And then the Tigers bring it away through O'Brien. Down the line, it was just a rush kick forward. They're weaving their way through. Blomley, and then back to the outside. Hodgson now goes forward. O'Hara one out. He's got to go after it. He's versus Cooper Daly. Left foot rolling ball. Almost a mirror kick of the previous one at goal. And it's rolled through for 1 minus scored to the Emerald Street end as the Raiders come back through Cooper Daly.
We've got a Dan Vaccaro on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Yeah, Jakey Page, boys, racked up another possession there. He's up to the 6 and a goal. He's been really good. But on the Raiders side here, we've got Brad St John's only had the 3 touches, but Isaac Muller's had 7. He's been awesome.
So is young Mitch Scott, who gets a crucial fist in there to see the footy out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. True centre wing, Emerald Oval side of the Birrelea Park in Wodonga. The Raiders, they trail 1-1-7 to the Albury Tigers, 4-3-27. And that's on the Steel Line scoreboard. Boundary umpire brings this one back into play. Zach Byes found his way into the ruck for the Albury Tigers. He palms that one down in the McGrath direction as the Tigers kicks towards centre half forward. Well done at the back of the pack by McCarty. Got a crucial fist in. Ball goes out in the Max Beattie direction, who gets a right foot kick and links up with Isaac Muller, true centre wing, Emerald Oval side.
So here he is, the big man, Isaac Muller. And then he thumps the ball down towards the arc of the 50, far side, southern end. Tigers again, though, coming away. Oh, gee, thought McGrath caught one high. Yeah, umpire agreed, and they pay the advantage. So they go down the wing, and then Page, who's in a one-on-one contest with Cox. Bradshaw might get a free kick here for the Raiders. He does. And then the left foot over the top to that man again. Isaac Muller, low drilling ball. Wasn't really good enough in that situation. Ball at ground level. Brad St John, he has a crack at it. Garlett wins it back for the Tigers. On to McGrath, and they come through the centre.
And they've got Miles, who grabs it in one palm, takes a bounce and gets to 70. Kicks beautifully in the O'Hara direction, who got pushed at the crucial moment, and the umpire agreed. Taylor Nugent takes advantage, and that's poor from the Albury Tigers. It's gone out of bounds. Hart, bit too much pepper on that one for him. Boundary throw-in deep in the pocket for the Albury Tigers. Dan Vaccaro, 40 wings.
Yeah, Albury Tigers, boys, starting to solidify their dominance. They're up to the 13 inside 50s this quarter.
Yep, so opening term here, Birrelea Park. McGrath roved it beautifully off hands. Right foot snap around the body to the near side, and it's just gone through for 1 behind. So 28 plays 7 on the Steel Line scoreboard. Opening term brought to you by Blacklocks Wodonga. It's Sky Burgess, also Dan Vaccaro, Gus McLeod and Luke Francis at Birrelea Park for 2A Y 1494.
Certainly is, Lukey. Great to have your company on O&M Live. Bradshaw across the edge of the centre square. Comes inboard towards Smith, who's smothered off the boot. Pinballing around, Max Beattie been absolutely superb as the quarter goes on. Bradshaw links up in a 1-2, and the Raiders have got it true centre wing. Price is the target, and he marks. Not many options present ahead of the football, so he's forced to switch inboard, and it's a nice kick to the skipper, Brad St. John. On the right boot, trying to get the ball inside, 450, the kick's okay. Works out nicely here for Gibbs. Darts the ball into the pocket. Umpire's found a free kick and a whistle. It's going to go the way of the Raiders. Is it? Yeah, the umpire says yes. It's going to be Nathan Clark. He's about 60 from home. You'll have to kick this one, I dare say, 55 metres, gents.
Yeah, Will Gus. He will have to get onto it, won't he? It's not an easy shot. So he's right in front of the home crowd here. Let's see what he can do, Nathan.
So it's Clark in front of the clubhouse here at the Birrelea Park in Wodonga. Breeze favours him. Right foot kick on the way. He started out to the right, never looked like threatening the scoreboard, and just sneaks in for a minor score. So the Raiders, 4-2-8 to the Albury Tigers, 4-4-28. It's on the Steel Line scoreboard.
Yeah, so working up towards the first quarter break. Tigers out of side now. And they work it out nicely. Brunner has already got a goal in this opening term. And then he finds a teammate in Unthank, and he moves it down the line. This is nice from the Tigers. Ball's now with O'Brien. Well, this is too easy, actually. They're very wide, but they keep possession. So Hodgson, he moves it inboard to Bowden. So about 4 or 5 possessions here. Another easy one on to Cameron. So the Raiders have just got to man up and get a bit tighter here. Forward entry now for the Tigers over the back. O'Hara on nice delivery to McMenamin. And this was too easy, this goal.
Oh!
Has he got it?
He's
What happened there?
absolutely nailed the goal umpire.
He got it?
Ricky.
Yeah, put it straight into the bread basket, Lukey.
Well, I put my head down to mark it down. And I thought he'd almost must have missed it from the action. What, he's nailed him, has he?
I'll tell you what,
nailed him.
I don't
Oh,
know
dear.
if he's wearing any protective clothing, the goal umpire, but he might like to invest in some, Lukey.
Okay, I get where you're coming from, Gus.
How's he walking? Is he
Yeah.
all right? Nah, he
Thank
looks
God he
fine.
doesn't have to run.
Oh,
We'll
gee.
see if technology can prevail. We'll try and cross boundary side to Sky Burgess for the Newmarket Hotel. No, so
Yeah.
struggling down there today.
Yes. Yeah, not to worry.
Bit of feedback from the boxes next door is always good. And the football's up once again in the centre as Muller palms the ball down towards St John. Working hard is Cheek. Gets a clearing kick down the line for the for the Wodonga Raiders. Coming amongst the action is McKenzie. Got a left foot kick on it. Blomley dropped the mark he probably should have taken as he got down low. The Raiders have got the ball 60 from home. Working his way in a telephone box was McKenzie in towards Muller, who's tried to jag Zach by forward. Make him accountable. And Isaac Muller will go back and have a set shot. 35 metres out on a slight angle.
He's just been in unbelievable form this quarter, Isaac Muller. This is going to be his 10th touch and hopefully a goal, Lukey.
Yeah, an amazing amount of hit-outs. I mean, for a big man, he's just so dominant in the ruck. And let's see if he can kick a major, Gus.
So the breeze slightly favouring the right-hand side. Distance won't trouble Isaac Muller. He'll kick it 45 metres on a 40-degree angle. Arguably the best ruckman in the competition this year, Isaac Muller. Kicks on goal. Does it hold its line? The goal umpire gives the 2-finger salute, and it's through the big sticks. The Raiders have 2, and Isaac Muller, he's got his first. And he's a contender for the Anytime Fitness Player of the Day this afternoon, lads.
He already is, boys. He's been in unbelievable form, even out of the midfield as well. They've actually been winning the centre clearances. They've had 4 centre clearances to Albury's 2 on the 40-wing stat sheet, but he's contributed with 10 touches, a goal, and a lot of hit-outs, Lukey Francis.
Yeah, Adam Schneider marked him very highly during the week in the local rag. Just easily saw him as one of the best players in the comp. There he goes again, Muller on cue, out of the middle. And the Tigers through Blomley, pick it up though. And then Glass for the Raiders, or Hodgson got him. And he's going to get a free kick, Glass, so the ball will be coming back. I must say, it wasn't much in it. In fact, it's been paid downfield. Jake Twycross plays on here. Oh, put Beattie under pressure. Did well. Back to Muller. Has a second crack at the sticks. I tell you what, he's got another one. And that is an absolute ripper. A Sunjan goal of the day. What a gem. He's kicked 2 in about a minute. Isaac Muller. Beattie saw him. And Gus McLeod, that was fantastic footy.
He used the breeze absolutely sensationally. He kicked the ball, let the breeze do the work, and it went through the big sticks from 55 metres. And all of a sudden, the The Wodonga Raiders are back in this contest, Dan.
He is playing the game of his life already. I know it's early, boys, but he's had 11 touches and he's kicked 2 goals, and he would have had over 10 hitouts this quarter. So an unbelievable display, and Raiders are getting it forward. 8 inside 50s now on the 40-wing stat sheet.
And he palms another one down to St John, who might need to get a bit of grippo because he dropped that ball quite easily. Blomley on the edge of the centre square finds the right boot, kicks down the line trying to find Brunner. As the siren sounds for quarter time after 27.5 minutes. And on the steel line scoreboard, it reads the Albury Tigers 5-4-34 to the Wodonga Raiders 3-2-20. 8 goals in that first quarter, and hopefully it's a good entree for what's to come here on O&M Live. We'll take a break and bring you the second quarter on the other side of this. On O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan Intelligent Mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. I love it.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero. The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan Intelligent Mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
GoTAFE is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading,
inspiring,
hands-on,
flexible, fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Welcome back to the Birrelea Park in Wodonga. It's quarter time, and the visitors, they trail 3-2-20 to the Albury Tigers 5-4-34. Dan Vaccaro, he's got your Optus quarters best from the first quarter for your local Optus stores, Albury, Wodonga and Wangaratta.
Thank you, Gussie. Yes, on the Optus quarters best, Isaac Muller goes without saying, boys, for the Wodonga Raiders. He was fantastic that quarter. So he had 11 touches. He kicked 2 goals. He would have had over 10 hit-outs as well. He was just absolutely brilliant in that middle of the ground as well. Max Beattie really came into his own at the end of that quarter. Brad St. John was really good as well with the 6 touches. And as we move over to the Albury side, I thought Jakey Page was fantastic. He had 6 touches, very, very prolific going forward, and his inside 50 counts would have been through the roof as well. And then as we move over into the forward line, well, I thought Jeffy Gartlett, the recruit, was fantastic. He kicked 2 goals and he was great that quarter.
Certainly was. Lukey, what are the Raiders need to do to keep in this contest? They're chugging along okay.
Yeah, well, as we've all seen, Gus, it's all been on the back of Isaac Muller, hasn't it? Like just a huge opening quarter. So he's got to somehow try and keep this intensity up for the 4 quarters because they're just riding on the back of him at the moment. He was just enormous in the opening term, and they really worked their way back into it in the second half of that quarter. You just thought at one stage the Tigers off to a good start, and you thought, oh, here we go. But I tell you what, they stuck at it, kept grinding away, and, well, at the quarter-time break, it's just 14 points, Gus.
If you had told me that at the start of the game, I would have said you're probably watching the wrong contest, Lukey.
Yeah.
Jeff Garlett with 2, Page with 1, and singles to McMenamin and Brunner as well. And Isaac Muller, well, he's the man. He's the hot man at the moment.
He is. He's carrying them, isn't he?
He certainly is.
He might be my new favourite player to watch, I reckon, boys, Isaac Muller. He has been fantastic.
No, I like it, Dan. I like it. I like it. Yeah, so the crowd's starting to disperse here and find their way back to the vantage points, and won't be long before we get this second term underway.
We might have lost Sky there, boundary side. We'll just try you, Sky. I think we've got you through here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you loud and clear.
There you go.
What did Arlo have to say at quarter time?
I don't have my headphones up enough. That's why I can't hear you. Armo had to say he was really happy with the boys in the momentum shift. He just wants them to focus on 3 main things: the backs tightening up, and stopping Albury from using that corridor so often, and the forwards need to be front like basics, be forward of the ball and present up hard so they can hit those targets. They're just playing a little bit too behind at the moment.
It's a fair assessment from you, Sky, doing a cracking job boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel. And a big shout out to our techs working tirelessly to fix these issues. We're working through today on O&M Live. Second quarter for Wodonga Pumps and Mowers. And typical, we're just waiting for the thirds boys to get off the ground, Lukey, because
it's always the thirds boys, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Albury Tigers are particularly bad in the thirds. They've got a very vocal, it's almost like a cheer squad. They go end to end, Lukey, and they cheer the boys on. They're off the ground. The umpires held the footy aloft, and Wodonga Pumps and Mowers, the second quarter's underway on O&M Live.
Yeah, Birrelea Park on a Saturday afternoon, Raiders and Tigers. So Bowden's gone into the ruck now for the Tigers up against Muller. What a task that is. Jake Twycross gets the ball to the outer side. Brad St. John wheels around, gets back onto his right foot. Beattie couldn't take the mark in the middle of the ground. Garlick came through like a train. McGrath picks it up. Now Cox has a crack at it. Brad St. John working away feverishly at ground level. He's wrapped up by O'Brien. Might be gone here. No, umpire calls for it. And we'll have another contest. Second quarter brought to you by Wodonga Pumps and Mowers. Here's Gus McLeod on O&M Live from McRae Motors.
St John just trying to toe poke it forward. Umpires found a free kick and a whistle. It's going to go the way of the Raiders. And the ball's in the hands of the man they call the Shredder. Brad St John, 80 from home. Open forward line. He tries to dart one in the Muller direction. Doesn't quite have the legs for him. Busting off nicely as Beattie gets into some space and kicks the ball to the top of the goal square. Cantillo was the target. It fell short of him. Too much on it from Bradshaw. Miles, handballs over the top. McGrath wants to come inboard. Links up nicely with a little 1-2. Duncan taken in a big tackle by Muller. Will ball the footy up on the edge of the centre square.
Yeah, it's been good to watch. Game starting to open up here. So early stages, second term, another contest. Muller Tap away, he's been unreal. Twycross and then back to Beattie. So they wheel out the back of the contest. And then he goes with the right foot to the outer side. Nice hit. And Clark's got it. So Nathan, be about 85 from home. Awful kick, horrendous. Along the ground inside 50. Gibbs has a crack at it. Tigers do well. Win it out to Miles. So they hold up again. And Duncan brings it to the outer side.
There's heart marks. Left foot kick, not his best. Tries to get some distance on this one. Working hard to keep it alive was Page. Bryden Hodgson doesn't get a favourable bounce, but does well in towards the Page direction. Centres and kicks on goal from 45. And it's across the face for a minor score. The Albury Tigers move to 5-5-35. The Wodonga Raiders 3-2-20. It's on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard.
Let's go to Dan Vicar on the 40-wing stats. What's the standout early stages, second term here, Dan?
The standout, Lukey, is the dominance with Raiders early on. So a lot of 2 inside 50s. You got Brad St. John 3 touches, and you got Max Beattie with the 3 as well on the 40-wing stat sheet, Gus.
Okay, so ball just outside defensive 50 here. We'll have a boundary throw in.
Just that one part of their game they're struggling with is that clean disposal when they exit their defensive 50, Luke, letting them down, the Raiders.
Yeah, that's it, Gus. They just need to... Just a bit better connection between their defensive 50. That's it. And their midfielders. Rightio, here we go again. O'Brien, he's brought down by Twycross. He got him. Umpire said you're gone. So Jake will take the ball here. They're on true half-back. The Raiders, outer side. And here goes Jake. What can they set up from here?
Kicks long, down the line, hugs the boundary line. In fact, it's in the Muller direction. And he just gets a crucial touch on that one to avoid an out of bounds on the full. We'll go boundary side. Sky Burgess for the Newmarket Hotel. That wind seems to have dropped down, Sky.
It does. There's not even a breeze at the moment, so hopefully that should help with the accuracy. There's a few points on the board, I've noticed.
Wayward kicking is bad kicking as Muller palms the ball back inboard. Harry Cameron, hands on the Sharon for the Albury Tigers. A little 1-2 there with Brunner. Comes back inboard to the Tigers. And Harry Cameron's been lively. Gets his second touch in a minute. Left foot kick down the line's okay. It's been marked nicely. Looks like it's Bryden Hodgson on the edge of the 50 on a 45-degree angle. Arcs around and pops it up to the top of the goal square. It's a nice-looking kick. Hart's got some work to do. Brings it to ground level. A contest forms here and taking it across the boundary line was Cooper Daly for a boundary throw in 35 metres out for the Albury Tigers. We've played almost 4 minutes on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock. Second quarter action for Wodonga Pumps and Mowers on O&M Live.
Boundary umpire hurls it back into play. Miles weaves through and then hacks it over his head. Going back is Hodgson. He's taken the mark. And he'll have a shot on goal here to the netball court end. So pretty fortuitously in the end, with Miles coming out of the contest, just banged it on the boot. And Hodgson in the right spot at the right time, looking into the sun, has taken the mark, Gus.
It looks like he's resting forward today, Lukey, playing more midfield minutes.
Yep. Let's see if he can make the most of this opportunity. In he comes. And Bryden has missed it. So that's a bad miss from that far out. And he won't be happy with himself there.
Especially
so
after Sky's just said the wind's dropped down, Luke.
Yeah, that's it, Gus. Yeah.
No excuses. There was no breeze at that moment, so...
Yeah, he had to do better, didn't he?
He's a class act, though, Bryden Hodgson. I reckon he'll have another opportunity to hit the scoreboard today. There's Alex Daly marks for the Wodonga Raiders. Across the half-back flank, club room side, he goes inboard, finds Price. True full-back, he's marked in the goal square. Calling for some assistance from the umpire, gets ignored, so he kicks down the line nicely to Connor Taylor, who marks in front of the club rooms here at the Birrelea Park in Wodonga. Over the top nicely. It's Whitehead, too far for an option to present inside 50, so he's got to kick long down the line. A contest forms, well done by the Wodonga Raiders. Price gets his hands on the Sharon once again. Nice assistance from Burke. As Luke Daly runs back with a flight and takes a courageous one across the half-back flank for the Albury Tigers.
Yeah, it was a gem, Gus. That's right. So Daly to Lucas Conlon. And then to Garlett. And they move it wide and look at them. They're out. They're kings of the switch, the Albury Tigers. Then over the top to Page in the 10 Guernsey this afternoon. Fires it inside 50. Wide ball. O'Hara, just spilled it. Out of bounds, adjacent to the scoreboard. We've almost gone 6 minutes on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock, second term. And on the Steel Line scoreboard, it's the Albury Tigers leading 35-20.
Just on the 40 wing stat sheet, 3 inside 50s now to Albury, so they're getting the game back on their terms, Gus.
Whitehead in the ruck now for the Raiders. St John exits D50 and kicks down the Emerald Oval side of the ground. Bradshaw doesn't quite get the bounce he would have desired, but he won the footy nonetheless. Kick down the line from Cheek was okay to a contest. But sitting behind the contest there was Muller. Conlon intercepts. It's Lucas. Brother Jacob on VFL duties today for the GWS Giants as Brunner kicks inside forward 50. Works out okay. Tommy McGrath darts the eyes nicely. Blomley snaps on goal. And Will's kicked it. So back in the senior side, Will Blomley puts through the Albury Tigers 6th. And they start to build a buffer out once again. They lead by 21 points on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. We've played 7 minutes on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock. Boundary side doing some fantastic work today is Sky Burgess for the Newey.
Just had some rotations going through, boys. We've had Twycross go off for Johnny, who's come off for a breather. And we've had Anthony Miles go back on for Albury.
Yeah, gee, they make things look easy sometimes, the Albury Tigers. The way they move that ball. And just beautiful vision to find Blomley inside 50 here to the netball court end. And they pick up another. They're fit for the game. Rodeo back in the middle. And then Garland hooks onto a top. Look at that ball sailing down, bouncing right in front of Hart. And then Cooper Daly had to make a contest. Glass back to Cooper Daly. And then going in was Cameron for the Tigers, fighting away for it. Gets it to Miles, on to Braden O'Hara. Puts it on his left boot, sends it towards home. Bouncing ball. And it's gone out of bounds beyond the point post. And we have a boundary throw-in. So, yep, early stages here, second term. We've almost gone 8 minutes on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock. And the CMV truck and bus scoreboard leads the visitors 41, leading the Raiders 20. Here's Gus McLeod for McRae Motors.
Muller just dominant in the ruck once again as Garlett recovers the football for the Tigers. A left foot bender from the pocket was optimistic to say the least, and it's through the big stick and the little stick for a minor score. And the Albury Tigers currently hold a 22-point lead on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. 42 plays 20. The umpire has found a whistle here and a free kick. It's against Hart for infringing on the mark from the kick-in. And he's got a little bit of word to say, does young Fletch. Not overly impressed with that decision from the umpire. It was probably fair.
Yeah, you're right, Gus. I was lucky he probably didn't get another one, to be honest.
And that is probably one of the worst kicks I've seen today. Switching the football back in there. I think it was Mitchie Way, good young footballer, but probably not his best kick. It missed everyone out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
Yeah, no, you're right, Gus. It wasn't O&M first grade standard, was it?
He had his hands on his head, so I think
he knew, Scott. I think he knew.
He knew it. By and back in Garlett, and then back to Zach By. And then what's he going to do, Zach? He's going to send it inside 50, the right foot. Alex Daly looking straight into the sun. O'Hara tried to find Blomley with the blind hand pass. And then Bradshaw goes, and the ball is taken out of bounds on the arc of the 50 where it meets the boundary line. And it goes to the boundary umpires. We go back down to Sky Burgess for the Newmarket Hotel.
There's a lot going on, isn't there, boys? I feel like the Raiders are fighting for it. They probably just need another goal to lift them a little bit.
So the football comes back into play. Contest forms 40 metres out from the Tigers' goal. Here's a go for McMenamin. He gets into some space and he kicks a goal. Braden McMenamin's got 2. And he sparks a bit of excitement and talent in this Albury Tigers senior side. Young Braden McMenamin coming out of the junior program. He's playing some good footy. We'll quickly go around the ground. So Mr. Stokes, Poor World and the Roos currently hold a 4-point lead over the Yarrawonga Pigeons. 7-1-43 to Yarrawonga, 6-3-39. And back here at the Birrelea Park in Wodonga, the Albury Tigers are starting to kick away. 48 plays 20 on the CMV truck and bus.
Just quickly too, boys, on the 40-wing stat sheet, Albury have really cemented their dominance this quarter. 5 inside 50s. It's on the back of their ball winners. Anthony Miles up to 4 touches. And Braden O'Hara playing up forward this game. He's had the 4 touches as well, looking deadly around goals, Lukey.
Fantastic day in Wodonga. You're listening to 1494 2AY. Hope you're enjoying the, well, live action on O&M Live. If you're watching the vision, good afternoon to you, wherever you may be, as Wilson goes into Garlett. And then he's just right of centre, sort of chipping high ball. Don't know if that's the contact he wanted. Alex Daly came out with a double fix. He's charging along, ball at ground level. And the Tigers are going to be wrapped up here on ground level, and the umpire will call for it. So, again, we'll have another contest. Muller, and then down to Cameron, who got dragged off the ball. And then Charlie St. John got it out to Brad St. John. And they play onto the half-forward flank, the Raiders near side towards the Emerald Street end. Ball bouncing, and then Clark got it on his right boot. Lucas Conlon came out and met it heavily, tried to scoop it up, and knocks it out to the advantage of Jesse Wilson, and the Tigers are away.
Miles marks the true centre half back for the Tigers, kicks inboard and kicks nicely to McGrath. Or, not McGrath, having an absolute mental blank there. It's Tommy O'Brien as they handball over the top to Cheek. Gets it on the left boot nicely. Charlie St. John streaming forward, kicks inside forward 50. Cantilla plucked that one like a needle in a haystack. He was the last bloke you thought would mark the football there. And he'll go back and have a set shot, 45 metres out and a 45-degree angle down.
Really good pluck, wasn't it? It was a one-handed pluck, but up to the four inside 50s now, Raiders, and they're fighting. They're just a class above Albury at the moment.
Slightly against the breeze to the Emerald Avenue end. Brandon Cantilla, already with one major today. Kick looks all right off the boot. Doesn't quite have the legs. It was pretty straight and touched on the line, through for a minor score. The Raiders 3-3, 21 to the Albury Tigers, 7-6-48. CMV truck and bus scoreboard.
Yeah, it was a good effort from Brendan Cantilla. Just didn't quite have the legs. So they come through the middle of the Tigers on Miles, a little fumble. And then Cantilla's after him, did well to regather. Anthony's a class act. Then sends it down towards Page, who didn't get much of a bounce. Connor Taylor goes in. Back to McCarty. The Raiders have it. The handball just got smothered a little, and the umpire's going to call for it. And we will have a ball up here, a stoppage. So just over 13 gone, second term, and it's brought to you by Wodonga Pumps and Mowers. Here's Gus McLeod from McRae Motors.
Free kick for a ruck infringement. It's against Muller, and it's going to go the way of Zach Bye. Good to see Zach Bye putting pen to paper for another year at the Albury Tigers in 2023.
Yeah, he's a real talent, isn't he, Gus?
Just been starved of regular opportunity through injury and dominance of the Albury Tigers in years gone by. He kicks on goal to Zach from 50 metres out, and it's across the face for a minor score. The Tigers lead 7-7-49 to the Raiders, 3-3-21. As the ball comes back into play, it's in the hands of Cantilla for the Raiders.
Yeah, Zach Boy had the double whammy, I think you were telling me, Gus, wasn't he? Wasn't the shoulder in the knee, was it?
He's done both, within an 18-month period.
Yeah, gee, what an effort to get back and playing so well. So Cox has it. So they come across goal. This is a good switch from the Raiders. So what do they got on the far side? Let's see what they can do. Alex Stardy has the ball. He's calling for Beattie to come at him. And then he kicks it over the top. So they really had no one in the end. Wilson read it beautifully. Left boot. Back down the line. Nice. To Lucas Conlon, who's moved up the ground a little. Now he winds up Lucas and he puts a long ball in. Look at that one. And then Taylor Nugent on nice fist over the top from McCarty. And then, well, the Tigers through O'Brien, McGrath, and then back to O'Brien. They've retreated a lot and lost a lot of ground here, Gus.
They have, but it's going to work out favourably. The ball comes inboard to Michael Duncan. His 40 winks disposals down.
This will be his fourth at the moment, boys. He's had a quiet start.
Of course, he's playing off the half-back flank, and he comes inboard to Miles. Kicks dangerously, but kicks precisely. Ball's in the hands of Daly. Under a lot of pressure. Gets a handball up forward, trying to find Brunner. Working hard at the Raiders, and they have numbers. They kick down the line. Garlett's in the hole. A bit too much on it for him. He takes a nice mark. Does Garlett. Darts the ball inboard. Taylor Nugent's the target. Blomley handballs it back in the Garlett direction on the left boot to the top of the goal square. O'Hara wants it one out. Brings it to ground level. Crumbs his own football. Working hard is Connor Taylor in defence. O'Hara once again shimmies and shakes and kicks beautifully across the face of goal. Trying to link up with McGrath. It sits favourably now for him. Gets a bit of candy. Gets around Price and kicks from 40. And he kicks out of bounds on the full, Luke.
Yeah, he does. He
Little bit
does.
hungry.
So the Tigers, I tell you what, there must have been some possessions in those few passages of play there, Dan.
There was. I was very
Yeah.
busy on the stat sheets, Lukey. I was running that ink.
Well, I reckon you would have been. Yeah, the Tigers had a lot of ball there, but they couldn't make the most of it. Okay, let's have a look here. Beattie, deep back pocket for the Raiders, outside 50. Muller in the midst. Nice. If you just joined us on 1494 2AY, had a huge opening term, did Isaac.
His numbers, Dan?
Isaac Muller has had 13 touches, boys. But Brad St. John on the 40-wing stat sheet, he's had 8 for the quarter.
Electric. The two boys at the Raiders need to step up as the football goes out of bounds for a boundary throw in Emerald Oval side of the ground. We go boundary side. Sky Burgess for the Newey.
I've just been keeping an eye on young Jason Burke down here. I don't know if you've seen, he kind of winded himself in a contest a few minutes ago, so he's been getting some attention by the trainer, but he looks like he's up and ready to go again.
The Tigers lead 49 to 21 on the CMV truck and bus score, and they get a kick long down the line. It's nicely intercepted by Michael Duncan for the Albury Tigers. He kicks in the Taylor Nugent direction, but put him under a fair bit of pressure as Page gets a left foot kick up the line. Works nicely for Garlett, who's been better as the game goes on. Kicks to the top of the goal square. Not his best kick. And taking a nice intercept mark is Daly. Exiting defensive 50. The ball's in the hands of Price across the right half-back flank for the Raiders.
It is. So we just tick over the 17-minute mark on the Albury GJ Garner Holmes time clock. Second term. Low spearing ball to Beattie. So the Raiders trying to work it up the outer side and to Jake Twycross. So they're on true centre wing, far side. Oh, gee, that was ordinary. So they turn it over. Bad hand pass. Page picked it off. Now he's brought to ground. And, well, it wasn't the best footy from the Raiders. Was it, Sky Burgess, thanks to the Newmarket Hotel?
I was actually just checking in on the injury on the bench, so you'll have to forgive me. I did not see that one.
No worries at all, Sky. Who have we got off down there?
For Raiders, we've got Berkey, Gibbo, and young Charlie St. John, and also Bradshaw.
For the Newmarket Hotel, Sky Burgess, Dan Vaccaro around the grounds.
Yeah, thanks, Gussie. So we got Yarrawonga, 6'4", plays Cora Rutherglen, 7'2", 44. So good game there at the Yarrawonga ground.
Certainly is, and the Roos holding on to a lead. The challenge was going to be, could they go with the Pigeons all day? And they seem to have that covered at present. Ball's in the hands of Connor Taylor for the Wodonga Raiders. Right in front of our broadcast position here at the Birralee Park in Wodonga. He kicks long down the line in the Muller direction, who can't quite bring the ball to ground. Buys there. Hart looks like he's gone behind the football, and he switches dangerously inboard. Very lucky for Page to take that mark there. I'm going to switch the football to try and find Jesse Wilson across the Emerald Oval wing for the Albury Tigers, and he links up nicely with Taylor Nugent.
He does, and then Taylor Nugent goes with a chipping ball to Luke Daly. That's great running from behind, and then Luke wheels around to the netball court end. Low drilling ball, perfect. And he finds Lucas Conlon. That is the Albury Tigers at their absolute O&M best. All class, Gus McLeod, here at Birralee Park on a Saturday afternoon.
So it looks like Hart has swapped with, of course, Lucas Conlon. Hart starting the game up forward. And now LC, the man they call it, the boy from Griffith, has gone into attack.
He certainly has. So if you just tuned in, his brother Jacob playing VFL footy this weekend. What can Lucas do to the netball court end? What's he done? Has he got it? He certainly has. Don't worry about that. They are absolute gems. Jacob and Lucas Collins put this one through, and that is a beauty. Let's go to Dan Vaccaro on the 40-wing stats.
Thanks, Lukey. Just before I go to the 40-wing stat sheet, Lukey Daly's play there. That is almost play of the day. He started running from the back pocket, and he got the second grab on the ball and went inside 50 for the 11th time this quarter for the Albury Tigers. Anthony Miles has been prolific with the 7 touches this quarter. Jake Page using the footy really, really well. Players from Raiders, look, Brad St. John's had the 9 touches. Max Beattie's been good with 6. They need more of an output from Alex Daly, who's just had the 1 touch, and Isaac Muller 2 touches this quarter.
Second quarter action for Wodonga Pumps and Mowers, and the Tigers lead quite comfortably, 55 to 21. As Beattie emerges with the football for the Wodonga Raiders, this young fella can play. Right foot kick down the line, trying to find Bradshaw. They call him the Iceman inside the 4 walls at the Birralee Park, and he kicks in the Muller direction. Brings it to ground level and makes a good contest of this. 55 metres out from the Raiders' goal. Pinballing around as Twycross on hands and knees. Cheek tries to get amongst the action. Brad St John regathers the football for the Raiders. Handballs over the top in the Muller direction. He just tries to hack this ball forward and make a go of it for the Raiders. Umpire puts the whistle in mouth. He blows it and he says, we'll bowl the footy up, Lukey. 40 metres out from the Raiders' goal.
He does, Gus McLeod. So many footballers around this pill. So yellow and black Guernseys and Raiders. Red and blue. Here we go. Brad St John just tried to hack it on his left foot. And then the ball's tied up again. Down towards the Emerald Avenue end on the arc of the 50. And again, we'll have another stoppage. So second term here, Burralee Park. Again, beautiful weather. Just a great Saturday afternoon. Hope you're enjoying the action on 1494 2A White Cheek. Bursts away, brought down by Duncan. Ball out of bounds. And we will have another boundary throw-in, Gus McLeod, for McRae Motors.
That we certainly will. Or we might even have a free kick here. It's going to go the way of Duncan for the Albury Tigers. He comes back inboard and links up with Daly. And he switches the ball. So Byrne, little right foot high up and under kick. Probably not his best. Making Page work for this one. Getting amongst the action now. There's a pinballs towards the boundary. Bradshaw's amongst it for the Wodonga Raiders. 6 or 7 players convene around this footy. In the end, it gets toe poked across the boundary line for a boundary throw-in 60 metres out from the Raiders' goal. As we've played 22 and a half minutes. The Raiders, they trail 3-3-21 to the Albury Tigers, 8-7-55.
So the ball a long way away from our commentary position. He's a beauty too, we might add. Up here in the box, perched up high, Burralee Park, just got rid of Brad St John. And then Miles tried to dish off to Duncan and does. And look at Mick go. He has one bounce and then he has a drilling ball towards Lucas Conlon. Got mitts to it, dropped it over the back. He'll get another second crack at it. Lucas chips it in forward. Misses O'Hara. Taylor Nugent's out the back. Connor Taylor did well on Miss Cantilla. And now Cameron on to Miles. Who'll level up. Short ball. Misses O'Hara. Alex Daly did well. Took the mark. And they're out on the outer side, the Raiders.
That they certainly are. Falls favourably, and they kick long down the line, trying to find Bradshaw. He takes a good mark. True centre wing. Emerald Oval side of the Burralee Park, and he kicks inboard in the Cheek direction. Wants to try and get around on his left boot now, does Cheek. He finds it. It's a low spearing ball into the pocket. Trying to find Whitehead. Doesn't quite keep it alive. Working hard now for the Albury Tigers. Is O'Brien. Handballs in towards space. The numbers start to convene here for the Tigers. Handball was Paul trying to find Byrne. And he goes out of bounds for a boundary throwing. Dan Vaccaro, 40 winks.
Thanks, Gussie. So 6 inside 50s now for Raiders. Brad St John has been great this quarter with 11 touches. Max Beattie's had the 7 as well.
Yeah, round to 15 of 18 in the O&M Ovens and Murray competition, SSNA. And what a year of footy we've seen. And a huge month coming up as we lead into September. Brad St John, right foot, sends it towards goal, the Emerald Avenue end. Wilson getting back, fumbled. Now he's under pressure, rushes it across the line. And it's gone through for one behind. And the Tigers waste no time in bringing it back into play.
And they're away and they're off to the races. The Albury Tigers, they get the football towards true centre. O'Hara made a good contest as Hart gets his hands on the footy and kicks inside forward 50. Garland, clever. Didn't quite get the favourable bounce, but worked his way through a telephone box and kicked it to the top of the goal square. Has it bounced through? I don't think it has. I think getting a crucial touch on that one was Charlie St John. Only just a fingertip up, but it was enough to be adjudicated as a minor score. And the Raiders, they play on quickly from fullback. They're going to bring the football up the Emerald Oval wing, Lukey Daly. Or Lukey Francis, I should say.
Yeah, they are, Gus. So Glass to the outer side, trying to find Bradshaw too wide. Ball out of bounds, right of centre wing as we head down boundary side again and join the president of the Wodonga Women's AFL team, and that is Sky Burgess. What's the story down there, Sky?
I'm just keeping an eye on Will McCarty at the moment. Cooper Daly went to spoil a ball early and I just copped him a bit high. He's come off holding his shoulder, so he's just seeing the trainer now.
Around the ground, some Mr. Stoves Pool World. Quarter time in the TDFL. This is a big, big story brewing. Kiwa Sandy Creek, 5-3-33 to Chilton, 2-5-17.
Okay, yeah.
First v second, Lukey.
Yep, thanks to Mr. Stoves Pool World again for those scores. And Isaac Muller And it's taken the mark. Luke Daly, the man on the mark. So they're heading towards the Emerald Street end in this quarter. The Raiders, Jake Twycross with the ball.
Been good.
He has 65 out, and then the siren goes, it beats them. And there will be no score. So there you go. That brings the long break here at Birrelea Park on a Saturday afternoon on 1494 2AY. And at the halftime break, it is the Albury Tigers, that mighty strong club, leading 8-8-56 to the Raiders 3-4-22. I'm back after the long break, well, of the halftime show. Looking forward to it right here on O&M Live. And remember, on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. I love it.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero. The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
GoTAFE is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on.
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Yeah, welcome back everyone to Birrelly Park in Wodonga on Saturday the 30th of July, round 15 of 18 in the Ovens and Murray comp. It is the Wodonga Raiders up against the Albury Tigers. The Wodonga Raiders came in this afternoon with just one win and 13 losses to their name, 9th on the ladder. The Albury Tigers 10-4, 10 wins, 4 losses, and sit third on the table. That mighty club, hey? And I tell you what, at half-time, they lead 8-9-57 to the Raiders 3-4-22. Dan Vaccaro is with me for the half-time show. And Dan, it's been a great half of footy, hasn't it? We have seen, some great passages of play from both teams. At the moment, though, it is just the cream rising to the top with the Tigers with a good break.
Yeah, thanks, Lukey. It's been a pretty interesting first half, to be honest. I actually think Raiders have been impressive in some moments, in some parts of the game. Their midfield work is fantastic on the back of Isaac Muller. How good is he?
Yeah.
He's an absolute star. Brad St. John's been really good. He's filled that void of Jared Hodgkin today. He's contributed with 19 touches in that first half.
19.
So he's been fantastic. Max Beattie again with 14 as well. So there's enough there for Raiders. I think they've been pretty good. They're lacking polish. It's pretty clear that them when they go forward of centre, they really break down at that half forward line or just going shallow inside 50. They've got to get it deeper and they've got to be a little bit prominent going forward, I think, Lukey.
Exactly. It's their ball use that just lets them down in their decision making at times. That's going to happen with a young, inexperienced team, but it's just a case of suppose, just more, deliberate delivery, because they have been a little wayward. And, well, once you make a mistake, the Albury Tigers are quick to pounce, and don't they move it to the outer side, get that switch going.
Yeah, they're great to watch, and not only do they move it so good, the work rate of some of their players coming off the half-back line is second to none in the league. You saw young Daly and even Wilson and that sort of thing coming in. They are just unbelievable going forward of the footy. Their work rate is amazing, and to get the ball inside the forward 50, it doesn't compete with Raiders, where they're still learning and developing in that young side, and they've got some good talent, and they've got some great structures, and that's a credit to Armo as well. It just doesn't hold up as good as Albury.
Yeah, exactly. Gus McLeod joins us again back in the box here at Birrelly Park. And Gus, it was good footy in that first half. We saw some good passages from both teams, but we're just saying how the class of the Tigers just rose above in the end as we came towards the end of the first half.
And also as well, I think the inexperience of the Raiders is showing. A few of their decisions with ball in hand is probably letting them down a little bit. They've certainly got some talent, don't they? They've got some really good players coming through the ranks. Josh Cheek's a player I'd like to see a little bit more of. He's when he gets his hands on the footy, he looks pretty good, but he's just struggling to make an impact on the contest today. Max Beattie, he's been a little bit slow. He's 40 winks down.
Well, he actually came quite good in that second quarter. So he had 8 touches that quarter. So he's had 14 for the game.
Just a slow start.
He's slow, probably first 10 minutes, I'd say. Brad St. John's been fantastic. The shred, he's had 19 touches.
The shred.
He'll want to come on pre-game every week.
He's gonna, and he'll be on post-game. Don't worry about that if he's had a good game. But I actually really like what I see from Raiders. I know that we've mentioned they're a young and developing team, but I think they've got the mix to become a good team in the future. With Muller, with their good midfield, you've got to remember they're missing Hodgkin today as well. I really like what I see early days from him. Even young Max Glass coming out of the half-back line again. He's just a pure example of the development Raiders have got. He's a really good player It gets a lot of the footy, except he can butcher it sometimes, and that polish is missing from Raiders today.
Half-time around the grounds, Yarrawonga 60 to Cora Rutherglen 50. I just had a listen to some of the audio boys from our other game today on O&M Live. Scott Montgomery, Blake Pander-Escott and Chris Mitchell and Brad Freak doing that game. Lee Williams has kicked 6 goals in a quarter of football. 6 goals in the second quarter, Lee Williams. And
first game back.
First game back from internal bleeding to the organs, I might add.
Yeah.
So a severe injury. I'd be keen to get your thoughts, but have we seen a better forward at local level in this competition since probably the great man himself, Brendan Favola?
Yeah, well, you guys have seen a lot more O&M football than me, but what I've seen from the guy, he isn't just an absolute star. Every time it gets within his vicinity, he just marks it, and he's virtually a 9 out of 10 kick, and he can jam him from anywhere. He is just a polished footballer, and, well, as we mentioned a few weeks ago on O&M Live, just just get to a ground and see this guy because he's well worth the price of admission alone.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, Gussie. I think he's an unbelievable talent. I'd almost go as far to say that he's more of a complete forward than Fev in the O&M League. Fev, at the back end of his career, and he came back a very sort of big, and he was more of a bear in the square type full forward. Lee Williams moves as good as any big forward that I've seen. His goal kicking is amazing, and yeah, I'd argue he's probably the most complete full forward I've seen in the O&M for a long time.
The scary thing is, boys, he's 31 now, and I was watching him do this when he was 26, 27, and probably moving us 10, 20% better, which is just remarkable, isn't it?
Yeah, so forgive me, Gus. Just how close did he go to playing at the elite level? So
He was on Melbourne's rookie list.
He was on, I believe he, and I haven't had this story confirmed, but I believe there's a bit of truth in it. I believe he was driving to the game. He was meant to make his AFL debut and is involved in a car accident.
You're actually spot on.
Yeah.
Yep, he had an injury.
I believe it was in a coma as well.
Yep,
So
he had a head injury that I think was quite traumatising, and that actually I think ultimately.
So he got delisted as a result, which is just remarkable and shows how cutthroat the industry is. But yeah, he's for mine. I know I harp on how good of a footballer he is. Lee Williams can single-handedly win Yarrawonga a premiership this year.
Oh, absolutely, no doubt about that. And again, we've just mentioned this afternoon, first game back from a debilitating injury. You said, Gus, internal bleeding and had some, pretty bad bruising to his organs, and then it was it stress fractures in his lower back. He might have escaped that, did he? To the vertebrae.
No,
I thought he had
still ongoing. Still ongoing. Yeah.
So he's playing with it. But even on Yarra right now, they've got a little bit of work to do against Corowa, don't they?
Well, they started slow, and then I think Leroy sort of found his feet and kicked 6. So they lead by 10 points. So they've turned the game around quite significantly there, and it's going to be an interesting to watch that game play out there. The rumble on the river.
Yeah, what an absolute nightmare, Dan Vaccaro, being sent out to play on Lee Williams.
Nothing worse than being a fullback and getting that big job, isn't it? But he's not the only great forward in the league, but yeah, big job for a fullback, that's for sure.
Yeah.
The Elders Rural Halftime Show, done and dusted here on O&M Live, and we'll take a break on the other side. And bringing the third quarter live from the Birrelea Park in Wodonga, it's the Albury Tigers and Wodonga Raiders with Dan Vaccaro, Luke Francis, Sky Burgess and myself, Gus McLeod. You're listening to O&M Live. On O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. I love it.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Zero. The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
GoTafe is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTafe is the place for you.
GoTafe is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on.
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
You certainly are listening to O&M Live from the Birrelea Park in Wodonga, home of the Wodonga Raiders. And the halftime score sees the home team 3-4-22. Trailing the Albury Tigers 8-9-57. We'll go boundary side. Sky Burgess to the Newmarket Hotel. Those conditions, boundary side, Sky, seem to be the breeze has dropped off and it's quite a favourable day for football.
It is. The sun is shining pretty much everywhere on the ground, and there's only a very subtle breeze that picks up every now and then, but it's a beautiful day for football today.
Certainly is. The Albury Tigers back on the ground quite early, Lukey, and quite promptly. And the golden rule is once one of the first teams runs on the ground, we take the ad break, and we might have taken it a little bit early, Lukey.
Yeah, there you go, Gus. You're right. Yeah, so they're wasting no time in warming up here for the second half, are they, the Albury Tigers? And, well, a few other spectators out having kick to kick, otherwise known as halftime heroes, where you get out there and try and take a mark of the year over your best mate or your brother or your sister.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if we take stats for this, but Brad St John has just run back on the ground for the Wodonga Raiders.
Shredder?
The Shredder, giving me the tongue out and the double thumbs up.
Oh, wow.
He's up and about the Shredder, isn't he?
He's a shocker.
He's cheeky.
He's cheeky,
Very
but he's an
cheeky.
absolute superstar player and an even better person. Guys, can we see the Raiders clawing their way back into this contest, or the Albury Tigers just going to keep chipping away?
Yeah, I think the Tigers will keep the Raiders at arm's length, Gussie, throughout the second half. But, yeah, they didn't turn it up, did they, the Raiders? They kept grinding away, and they stuck to the task at hand. And let's hope they do that for the duration of this second half. What do you think, Dan Vaccaro?
I'm in agreement with you, Lukey. I think Raiders have actually shown a fair bit this game. Considering the scoreboard 22-57, I actually think they've been quite impressive in parts. They're just lacking a little bit of polish going forward with the footy. So if they can tighten that up, they might be a really good, entertaining second half, Lukey.
Certainly will be. Players making their way to their respected positions now. Just repeating what we said at the start of the broadcast, though. The Albury Tigers without 12 of their best 22. And, of course,
it's a scary thought, isn't it?
Without Jacob Conlon and Riley Bice, who have together combined 65 goals and accumulated 34% of the Albury Tigers scoring to date. And it still hasn't stopped them chiming in with 8 majors. Goals to Jeff Garlett with 2 alongside McMenamin, and singles to Blomley, Page, Brunner and O'Brien.
Think about the assists too for Bice and Conlon too, Gussie. I mean, it's so impactful on their scoreboard, isn't it?
That might be your favourite stat of the year, Gus McLeod, wouldn't
It's just about the only stat I've produced, lads, so that's probably why. Umpire holds the footy aloft for the third quarter, thanks to Ag Boss. It's O&M live action, And here's the dulcet tones of Luke Francis for McRae Motors on O&M Live.
Let's see how we go. Third term underway here at Birrelly Park. O'Brien did well to Miles. Brought to ground by McKenzie. Well done. So the Raiders on from the start. McKenzie with the board. He's got options. And he comes out wide to Charlie St. John. So they come to the half-back flank. And Spears one out towards the wing. Isaac Muller, who was fantastic in the opening half, over the top to Smith, and then gets it on to Bradshaw. Link up well. They probably need to kick it now. The Raiders, they're in trouble. Brought to ground, gone. And the Tigers will win it off half-back.
That's that youth and inexperience that we see there, Luke. You call from, they probably need to kick the footy. Just got sucked into playing too quick a tempo there, and unfortunately they paid the ultimate price.
Exactly.
Free kick on the footy. So the Tigers gain possession via Wilson. Inboard to Miles. Handballs over the top. McGrath's the target. And getting it on the boot nicely is McMenamin. Inside forward 50. Conlon has gone forward as Lucas. Pinballing around. Charlie St. John left it behind. Gets his hands on the footy once again. Handballs over the top. And it's the shred. Brad St. John streaming down the centre of the Birrelly Park in Wodonga. Long kick. Down the line, trying to find Muller. Duncan's in the hole. Some pressure comes. He's pretty composed in these situations with the captain. Shimmies and shakes, and he's gone at the crucial moment. Umpire said no free kick, Lukey.
My goodness
You don't have to be dead to be stiff, do you?
Oh, tell you what, Gus McLeod, that is one of the worst non-decisions of the year, I've got to say. So Duncan did oh so well to weave through the Raiders, and then he got mown down, and the umpire didn't pay it. And I tell you what, that lady down there, Gus, she was absolutely disgusted, wasn't she?
I think there was a few in the crowd that weren't overly thrilled with that one, Luke, to phrase it nicely.
Well, that's it. So ball back into play. Netball court in. Well, Boy had a handful of Isaac Muller's Guernsey. Play on. Miles caught one high. Lucky he's not Jack Inovan, because that wouldn't have been paid, I don't think, Gus.
Oh, are you accusing Milesy of dropping the knees there, Luke?
Not at all. No. Head over the footy every day of the week. Anthony Miles.
He's one of the ultimate fastness tough nut of the year contenders, Lukey. And
he's a star.
Comparing him to Jack Ginnivan.
Oh, I just reckon Jackie.
You can be tough and drop the head, though. Joel Selwood's done it for 15 years.
Geez, Dan Vaccaro goes bang on O&M Live.
Lucky Chris Mitchell's not in the box.
In the hands of McKenzie for the Raiders. He's dispossessed.
I'm a Cats man.
You are a Cats man too, Luke. I've just remembered that.
Beatty over the top to Cantilla. Handballs inboard. This is nice and promising. Clark has a chance to kick on goal. Looks good off the boot, and he kicked it. Nice footy there from the Wodonga Raiders. They get their fourth, and it's a nice, strong finish. That's what they're capable of doing, Luke. They're just going to start putting a few more plays together.
Yeah, absolutely, Gus. So they capitalise there. I tell you what, this is a good start to a third term for the Raiders. Have come out, and they are focused. And let's see if they can keep it up.
It might have been Whitehead, actually. My apologies. It was Whitehead who's kicked that goal. And a good goal indeed, Lukey.
Yep, so ball back in the centre. As we bring this third turn to you by Ag Boss. Peter Bowen home scoreboard leads 57-28. The Tigers up. O'Brien out of the middle to Brunner, and he has to juggle it. And then a high chipping ball back towards the centre of the ground. Miles did so well going back with the flight. And then Spears one to centre half forward. And he finds Taylor Nugent. He wheels around Taylor. Chipping ball. Oh, beautiful defensive fist and knock away from Alex Daly. Beatty. Just a wild hand pass out of the pack. And the Raiders take it to the outer side to a one-on-one contest. And they win possession off half-back flank.
And they do try and come inboard. It's a dangerous kick, but it works favourably. Charlie St. John, broadcast side of the Birrelly Park in Wodonga. You can hear Mark Arman saying, keep going, young fella. He takes 6 bounces and handballs over the top. It works out okay for Gibbs. Right foot kick inside, forward 50. Smith had a lot of work to do. Getting back in defence was well done by O'Brien. Shimmies and shakes, sells a bit of candy. He gets a left foot kick down the line. Beatty got some work to do against Taylor Nugent. He wants to find the boundary line and he gets there. And take a bow, young Charlie St. John. 150 metres gained there from the youngster, Lukey. Absolutely superb work.
Shred Junior.
From Shred Junior, we'll call him.
Shred Junior. Yeah, we like it. So the younger brother of Brad St. John, Charlie, he got some zip in those wheels of his. Ball comes back into play. Brad St. John wrapped up. And we will have a stoppage. So here we go again. Muller Tried to get the ball down, right foot on the boot, and then hacks it. The umpires, what's he said here? Scott, did you pick up that one for the Newmarket Hotel?
He's paid it downfield. I think it might have been for Izzy Muller, but I'm not sure what the call was.
And then Price, in the meantime, has gone down to Jake Twycross. And there's a mark taken for the Raiders at the netball. Well, caught Ant.
And there's a big chance here for the Raiders, Luke, to kick 2 goals in a row and just start to nestle their way back in.
Yeah, this is good footy from the Raiders. So whatever their coach said to them at half-time, it's been pretty good advice because they're sticking to the task here, the Raiders. And they'll have a crack at their 5th major here as we reach almost the 6-minute mark of the 3rd term of the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock. It is a minor score, though, on the Peter Bowen home scoreboard as the Tigers bring it back in. Okay, so Daly for the Tigers out wide and then picks up a teammate. And then they drive it. Angling kick back towards the middle of the ground. He picks up Isaac McGrath. He's had a fantastic year for the Tigers. And then about a 25, 30-metre kick down the line, trying to find Bryden O'Hara in front of Cooper Daly. Ball out of bounds, left to centre wing. And we will have a boundary throw in as we go to Dan Vaccaro on the 40-wing stats.
Yeah, thanks, Lukey. Just 3 inside 50s for Raiders this quarter. They started really positively on the 40-wing stat sheet. Albury have gone forward as well the same amount of times, 3 times, but not as effective going forward, Lukey.
So boundary throwing comes back into play. Muller palms it down nicely. His 40-wing stand.
Isaac Muller has had 17 touches, Gus.
Been absolutely superb as the big man. And here's a go for Burke. Streaming inside forward 50. Takes a bounce. Lives on the edge. Shimmies and shakes and kicks a sundown goal of the day. Take a bow, young fella. That is absolutely superb football from Jason Burke. And he's kicked a much-needed goal for the Wodonga Raiders. That is what we like to see from these young sides, guys. They take the game on, blast away and have a crack. Great football.
And they're singing our praises, boys. What they're actually doing, Raiders, is their polish has been so much better. Their ball use has been really prolific going forward. They've gone forward 4 times and they've kicked 2 goals. So how good is that?
Yeah, they're high on confidence at the moment. They've really come out after the long break, up and about, the Raiders. This is great. Now, they do trail, but it's a good start for them. Whistle. Might be a centre square infringement. It is. So it's going to go the way of the Tigers. So Zach Bye will get the kick. Dishes off to Anthony Miles. And then Miles goes with about a 40-metre kick down the way of Fletcher Hart. Gets him or tried to play on quickly. Handball really wasn't on to Page. He mopped up though, went to Hodgson. And then Hodgson gets it in forward. Lucas Conlon over his head. Cooper Daly was hard on his hammer. Glass takes it towards the boundary line in front of Bromley. And we would have a boundary throw-in at the Emerald Avenue end, far side, as we go to Gus McLeod for McRae Motors.
Thanks, Lukey. Good to have your company on O&M Live.
And ball coming back into play, so Gus just trying to sort out his headset there. And there's been a free kick given and an infringement here at the boundary throw-in. We'll look, see what the umpire's got, which way it's going to go the way of. It's going to go the way of Anthony Miles. There you go. So a free kick plucked out. Not sure if you caught that one, Sky, for the Newmarket Hotel.
No, sorry, I'm checking on Gus's mic, so you'll have to bear with me for a second.
Yeah, no worries. So Gussie's had to whip out the toolbox and the overalls. Dan Vaccaro.
I'm
what
still standing in here, but...
What do you like on the tool stand?
Oh, no, mate, you don't want me on the tools.
Anthony Miles comes in towards the Emerald Avenue end, and he's got it. Umpire gives the all clear. And, well, the visitors, the Tigers, get their 9th. And they skip away a little. 63 plays 35 on the Peter Bowen home scoreboard as we reach almost the 9.5-minute mark on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock, 3rd term.
Something I've never experienced before ever in the history of football broadcasting is our call going through the PA system.
Gussie.
Is what has just happened. Because people turn and been looking at the commentary box, and I've got no idea how that on earth is happening.
Well, that is absolutely nothing short of extraordinary.
There's no PA system here. I can give you the tip. So
is that right?
Yeah.
Is that still happening?
Yeah, we've had everything going on today. Absolutely diabolical scenes here at the Birrelea Park in Wodonga.
That is crazy.
Beattie gets his hands on the football inside 50. Too much on it for Gibbs. Smith's at the back of the pack. Needs a favourable bounce. Doesn't quite get it. Trickles out in the Wilson direction. Wants to find his left. He's a beautiful user. And he kicks nicely down the line. For the Albury Tigers, it's Tommy O'Brien. Not many options present. So he darts the ice. And in the end, he goes for a high. Up and under kick. Garlett makes a good contest of that. Beattie, hands on the Sharon. Back to Muller. Slowing things down. Coming back inboard was Alex Daly. Back to Beattie. Kicks over the top and kicks dangerously, does the youngster. Free kick and a whistle. It's going to be in the back. And it's going to go the way of Twycross for the Wodonga Raiders.
Twycross, he sees Brad St. John out wide. Spoke to him in the pre-game. What a great leader he is of this young Raiders football team.
Up to the 21 touches on the 40-week stat sheet too, St. John.
The shred. And off he goes, and he sends it in forward for the Raiders. Isaac Muller, 2 hands over the back. And then, well, many players boring in after it. It's at ground level. Might be wrapped up with it. No, spills out. Hodgson, he swung around in a tackle. Luke Daly after it, picks it up. Gets it off to Duncan, who was on his right side, and then handballs off to Page. Nice to Cameron. Look at him coming through the middle of Birrelea Park. Or Tom O'Brien. The handball was wayward for him, and the Raiders win it out the back.
And here's a go for Beattie. Little 1-2 with St. John. Max Beattie takes a bounce, finds the right boot and kicks nicely in the Cooper Smith direction. Too far to score. Wants to kick inside forward 50. Whitehead's the target. Muller makes a contest at ground level. Daly, Luke slips over at the crucial moment and concedes a minor score for the Wodonga Raiders. 5-6-36 to the Albury Tigers. 9-9. We'll cross boundary side. Sky Burgess for the Newey.
I'm back, boys. I'm back.
Have you found out what's happened with the PA system, Sky?
I think they tried to test it to make an announcement and realised when they turned on pretty quickly they had to turn it off. So they're going to leave it off for us now.
Don't know why they're trying to plug us in anyway.
That is absolutely
It did sound
amazing.
kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. Being at the ground, hearing it.
Spooked me out. I'll give you the hot tip.
Hearing your own voice, Gussie, spooked you out.
I did. I wasn't expecting to hear it that loud through the headphones. There you go. Back here at the Birrelea Park in Wodonga, 63. The Albury Tigers. The Wodonga Raiders are 36 on the Peter Bowen home scoreboard.
Yeah, so extraordinary scenes here at Birrelea Park, 1494 2AY. You're listening to us. Well, if you didn't hear the news, somehow, miraculously, we ended up being broadcast over the PA system here at Birrelea Park live. Amazing. Taylor Nugent to the Emerald Street end. Quickly on the boot has gone through for one behind. So there you go. So 64 plays 36 on the Peter Bowen home scoreboard. And we've gone almost 30 minutes on the GJ Gardner Homes time clock. Third term. Here's Gus McLeod for McRae Motors.
Price marks across the left half-back flank for the Wodonga Raiders. Emerald Oval side of the Birrelea Park. Kick high up and under. It's okay. It's a Mackenzie-bound kick, but it doesn't quite favour him. The Tigers prevail with the football, and they kick in the heart direction. And he marks 55 metres out on a slight angle. Be too far for the young fella, I dare say, so he chips the ball into the pocket nicely. And the Albury Tigers playing slightly more methodical. They'll go back and have a set shot via Isaac McGrath.
Yeah, so McGrath, as we said, he's just had a fantastic year. And each game he stepped out for in a Tigers Guernsey this season, he's just continued to improve.
A youngster with a lot of potential. Isaac McGrath, 30 metres out on a 45-degree angle. The kick's bending. It's bending, and it's hit the stick. For a minor score, Isaac McGrath, he's kicked 2 behinds. The Albury Tigers, they've kicked 11 behinds. As the scoreboard moves, it's a 5-6-34 the Wodonga Raiders. The Albury Tigers, 9-11-65. We'll go boundary side. Sky Burgess for the Newmarket Hotel.
I'm just keeping an eye on young Squizzy Taylor here. He very courageously took on a steaming tackle before and his head went flying back, so he's just being concussion tested now by the trainer.
Yeah, Squizzy Taylor, hey, great nickname. That underground figure 8, the Rogue from the early 1900s. McMenamin, tell you what, talk about players that are improving with each game they step out. He's been fantastic. And then Miles had to go one way, back the other. Oh, too easy in the end. He's a class act. And then drilling ball inside 50. Lucas Collin, 2 mitts. Second bite, grabs it. So Lucas will have a shot to the Emerald Avenue end. He's shooting at his second today. As we said, Jacob called up for VFL duties this weekend, along with Riley Bice, so two massive outs amongst others.
Across a big board of injuries too, Lukey.
That's it, Guzzy. So a long or young Tigers team we've got today, haven't we? As Lucas comes in and then puts it on the boot, not his best kick, way out to the right.
Sort of stabbed at it.
He did, and it's gone through for one minor score.
So the Albury Tigers, 9-12-66 to Wodonga Raiders, 5-6-36. Dan Vaccaro, Luke Francis, Sky Burgess and Gus McLeod with you. You're listening to O&M Live on 1494 2AY or streaming right across the globe on Optus O&M TV. Third quarter action thanks to Agboss. And we'll go to Dan Vaccaro for the 40 winks.
Yeah, thanks, Gussie. Inside 50 counts, so 7 apiece at the moment, so really even quarter. Anthony Miles has been very prolific this quarter with 7 touches.
Put another 2 down, 1 for Muller and 1 for St John, teaming up there for the Wodonga Raiders as the Tigers regain possession off a turnover. It's a nice kick from Daly in the O'Brien direction, who's 75 from home, kicks it inside forward 50, and Jeff Garlett showing some explosive pace on the lead. He marks. You'll have to kick this one directly in front. You'll have to kick this one 51, 52 metres, Lukey.
He certainly will, Gus, and there's absolutely no doubt he's playing one of his better games for the year. Jeff Garlett, he's been pretty good today.
This will test him for journey. Garlett arcs around, kicks on the way, looks pretty good off the boot, and it's marked on the line by Conlon, but the umpire might have found a free kick. He has. It's against Lucas Conlon. To Isaac Muller for a push in the back and a 50-metre penalty, Dan.
Yes, it is a 15-metre penalty, and that'll be Isaac Muller's 5th touch for the quarter, and that brings him up to 21 for the game, Gussie.
Yeah, so very interesting to hear that inside 50 stat. We'll get that again, Dan, for 40 winks.
So it's now 8-7, Lukey.
Yeah, so
in favour of Albury.
Yeah, nothing in it at all. So the Raiders, been peppering. They just need to, well, turn it into points. Bradshaw, true centre half back, and he wheels around on his left foot, and he sends one out wide to centre wing. And he links up with Glass and Max. Then wants to go inboard to the corridor. Don't know if there's anyone there. Hodgson, he was onto it. And he swung around and got the ball off to Cameron and then back to Hodgson. Beautiful footy. And then inboard with the handball. Look at this. McGrath had to juggle it a couple of times, but he's got it. And then a long one. Drop punt inside 50. O'Hara goes back. Got it. Gee, they can just really cut you up when they want to. When they're on, they're just so good to watch. Gus, that was terrific O&M footy.
And the scary thing is, Luke, with 12 players out of their senior side, they're going to get a hell of a lot better. And I really like this guy playing forward. He's one of the toughest matchups in the O&M. Braden O'Hara going back. They have a shot on goal, Luke. Believe it or not, he hasn't kicked one yet.
Yeah, that's it. He's kicked at least a couple of behinds. Look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. So Braden O'Hara kicks a goal to the Emerald Avenue end. As Gus McLeod said, 12 out. At least, probably from their best team. It is frightening, and they are charging towards September, the Albury Tigers, as they pick up yet another major on the Peter Bowen home scoreboard.
Around the grounds, Mr. Stokes, Pool World, Yarrawonga 9-7-60 to Cora Rutherglen 9-3-57. A 3-point ball game for the Rumble on the River. We got a Dan Vaccaro for the 40 winks.
Yeah, thanks, Gussie. 9 inside 50s now, Albury. Starting to slowly solidify a little bit more of their dominance, and it's on the back of Anthony Miles. He's had the 7 touches this quarter. He's been very prolific. Braden Hodgson as well has had the 4, and Jake Page with the 3.
18 and a half minutes gone on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock. We're back underway in the centre of the Birraleigh Park in Wodonga. Working hard is Max Beattie at ground level. Dispossessed of the football. Muller gets wrapped up in a big tackle. And we'll ball the footy up. The Albury Tigers 10-12-72. The Raiders 5-6-36. It's on the Peter Bowen home scoreboard. The umpire throws the footy aloft 60 metres out from the Tigers' goal. Miles does well, works his way through a big pack and gets boot to ball inside forward 50. Cantella off the edge of the square. Handball was poor for Charlie St John, so he shimmies and shakes and goes inboard towards Smith, who's gang tackled by Lucas Conlon. Football feeds out to Miles. Handball's over the top to Hart. Hart snaps on goal. That's a good finish, young fella. Fletcher Hart kicks what looks to be his first goal in the senior side for the Albury Tigers. And when given a gift by the coach, Anthony Miles, the youngster was more than happy to accept, Luke.
Yeah, absolute gem there. Didn't he level up and just hooked it around on the left boot? That was nice, particularly from such a tall player. Well done, Fletcher. A great goal to the Emerald Avenue end as we go down to Sky Burgess for the Newmarket Hotel.
I'm just keeping an eye on Luke Daly down here. Boys, he come off a while ago and he's been having a rub by the trainer on his knees. So just keeping a close eye on him.
Very good. Good on you, Sky. Let's go to Dan Vaccaro on the 40-wing stats.
Yeah, thanks, Lukey. So 10 inside 50s now. Albury, again, they're starting to really turn this game on its head. They're starting to dominate and get some scoreboard pressure on the back of Anthony Miles. He's up to the 9 touches this quarter, and he's had 24 for the game.
Yeah, the Albury Tigers 11-12-78 to the Raiders 5-6-36 on the Peter Bowen Homes scoreboard. Third quarter action brought to you by Agboss. It is Sky Burgess, Dan Vaccaro, Gus McLeod and Luke Francis with you on 1494 2AY. This is O&M Live. And what a season we've had. Now Cameron, half-back flanks, built the ball under pressure. And Miles, oh, what a quarter he's having. How many is that now, Dan?
That's 10 for the quarter.
Wilson, Burke intercepts the ball, picks it up, goes for home and misses to the netball court end. So he's just missed to the right-hand side, and that's through for one minor score, Gus.
Certainly is. Third quarter action thanks to Ag Boss on O&M Live. We've ticked on to 20 minutes on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock, and this is local footy at its best when players have to jump the fence to retrieve their own football. Kicking in from fullback is Unthank with a stabbing left foot kick, trying to find the coach. Bit too much on it for him, so Lucas Conlon gets amongst the action. McGrath's the intended target, and the ball doesn't bounce favourably as Cantilla pounces on the football for the Raiders. Palms it in the Muller direction. Cantilla, a little 1-2 over the top to Price, was clever. Price shimmies and shakes, regathers his footing, and kicks beautifully inboard to the centre of the ground for the Wodonga Raiders. Inside forward 50 they go to a one-on-one contest. Numbers start to get back here for the Raiders. Hodgson on hands and knees, trying to keep the football alive. The Raiders trying to work this one through. And Cox just toe pokes that one through. Got a bit of a stinger on the way as well. And it trickles across the face for a minor score. The Raiders move to 5-8. 38 and the Albury Tigers 11-12-78. And that's a poor kick in from fullback, Lukey.
Certainly was, Gus. Yeah, so Wilson's come out. And Burke, Jason, he'll get his second crack within probably about 90 seconds here. He needs to try and make amends on this one, Gus.
So it's a poor kick in from fullback from the Albury Tigers. Jason Burke kicks on goal, and it's across the face for another minor score. So 78 plays 39 here, favouring the Albury Tigers. It's on the Peter Bowen Homes scoreboard. The third quarter, thanks to Ag Boss.
Yeah, so the kicking duties have been given to Duncan, and then short and wide to Unthank. So they're deep in the back pocket, the Albury Tigers.
Is that the unwritten rule, Lukey? If you stuff one up, you've got to give up the rights to kicking in?
I think that's fair, Gussie. What do you reckon?
I don't know. Jesse's a pretty good kicker of the footy, but it's normally just what happens. If you stuff one up, you don't get another crack.
No, that's it.
At least for that quarter anyway. You might get your chance later in the game.
Mick said, Jesse, hey, yeah, give it here, mate. I'll take the next one.
Well, he's the skipper, so...
He is. That's it. And what a star he is. Muller over his head. Oh, look at Cameron running onto it. Beautiful. And then Spears one towards the middle of the ground. Brunner, just a little too tall for him. Smith working for it. Now Cantilla's got to go. And he does. Picks it up now. And he's got McKenzie on if he can get there. Over his head. Miles will have a crack at it. Now Beattie and Miles. This will be good to watch. Beattie puts the foot down and puts it on the boot. Beautiful.
Great kick.
Yeah, finds Gibbs. So what can Gibbs do? He's on the half-forward flank.
And he kicks inside forward 50 to the top of the goal square. Muller's floated down. Second bite of the cherry. Muller. I thought he had it. Umpire said no. Wilson emerged with the football and kicks long down the line. Lucas Conlon leads out in front and takes a good strong mark. And here come the Tigers via Taylor Nugent.
And Taylor Nugent puts it on the boot, sends it forward entry here. And then Fletcher Hart, Brunner, and then he spits it out to O'Hara. Look at this, Garland out the back. And he's going to run in and pick up another. Well, that is the Albury Tigers. Garlick gets his third. That's how quick they can transition. Just so good. And they make it so easy, don't they, Gus, to watch sometimes.
Well, it's poetry in motion, to put it one way, Lukey. Boundary side, Sky Burgess for the Newey.
Yeah, that was just way too easy, wasn't it? To have someone sitting out the back like that. I doubt Armo will be happy with that from the boys.
Across to Dan Vaccaro now for 40 winks.
Yeah, 11 inside 50s now. Aubrey really starting to dominate. 10 touches this quarter for Anthony Miles. That brings him to 25 for the match. He's just run that midfield today, Luke. He's been absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, you're spot on about that, Dan.
79 plays 39, favouring the Albury Tigers on the Peter Bowen Homes scoreboard. Muller palms it down in the Smith direction. Working hard nicely there with the Wodonga Raiders to get a clearing kick, and the umpires found a free kick for a dump tackle. It looks like, Lukey.
Yeah.
I think it was a dump tackle.
Yeah, you got it right. The umpire, he just rolled his shoulders in that action. Gus, you're spot
Biff on down in the 52, boys.
We don't mind a bit of a biffo. I can't quite see who it is. It's a decent biffo too. The ball's in the hands of St John. You watch the fight, Lukey. I'll watch the footy.
Yeah, it's Mitch Scott.
Jakey Twycross was
Jake
at the bottom of
Twycross,
that. Yeah.
Yes, St John kicks to a 2-on-1, and Muller, brute strength. Gee, he's in a stellar patch of form. He's Isaac Muller. He fought off 2. And that's a contender for the elite body and paint mark of the day, Isaac Muller. He's playing sensational footy.
Yeah, he's just carried these Raiders on his back this afternoon. And I'll tell you what, he has been enormous. Fantastic stuff from the big guy. Let's hope he can capitalise and put it through to finish off his work, Jack.
So Isaac Muller will kick this one from 25 metres out on the slightest of angles to the netball court end of the Birralee Park in Wodonga. In comes Big Izzy, and the big fella, he's kicked 3 for the Wodonga Raiders. For mine, a lock for the Ovens and Murray team in the year in the ruck. And he's kicked 3. The Raiders have kicked 6. And the scoreboard moves to 45 for the Wodonga Raiders, and the Albury Tigers 79, thanks to Peter Bowen-Holmes.
Just on the 40-wing stat sheet, boys, Isaac Muller has been so good today. He's had 22 touches. He's kicked the 3 goals, and I don't reckon he's lost a hit out in today as well. So he has just been unbelievable. He's almost just been best on ground for mine. Brad St John has also been good this quarter, so he's had 6 touches, brings him to 25 for the match as well. So he's been really, really effective. But Albury are just pumping those inside 50s. They're up to 11 now, and that's the difference on the scoreboard, Lukey.
For Mr. Stowe's Pool World, the rumble on the river, around the grounds. Yarrawonga 60 to Kyle Rutherglen 64.
Wow, that is big. And I tell you what, if the Roos can get up today, Gussie, that'll go global.
Global?
That news, yeah. Worldwide. It'll be huge. Gee, I tell you what a task that is. That is a rumble and a half. Okay, back here at Birralee Park. Cheek try to spit the ball out. Cameron inboard to Daly and then back to McMenamin. And away he goes on the right foot. Sends it down to the half-forward flank. Lucas Conlon in a one-on-one contest. Alex Daly wins it though. Over the top. Oh, gee, McCarty under pressure. Tigers came in and got him. So he's gone, McCarty. And the Raiders, well, gave it up there, and Blomley will fire it in.
And he wants to arc around, but his kick was smothered off the boot, but it falls fortuitously towards McGrath. Coming in back inside of the contest was Mitch Scott, who's been quiet, and he goes towards the coach. 65 from home, shimmies and shakes, right foot kick inside 50. Max Beattie, good strong intercept mark. Dan Vaccaro, he's 40 winks today.
Max Beattie, boys, has had the 21 touches.
And give him another one as he links up with Brad St John, the skipper of the Wodonga Raiders, across the half-back flank, kicks long down the line into the Burke direction, and he marks as the siren sounds for three-quarter time, as the clock just elapses 28 minutes, and the scoreboard reads at the last break. The Wodonga Raiders 6-9-45 to the Albury Tigers 11-13-79. We'll take a break and bring you the final quarter with a 34-point margin favouring the Albury Tigers on the other side of the break. It's O&M Live. It's great to have your company. And on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan Intelligent Mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. I love it.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero. The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
GoTAFE is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on.
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Visit bingley.com.au for details. You're listening to O&M Live on 2AY.
You certainly are listening to O&M Live from the Birraleigh Park in Wodonga. Three-quarter time sees the Wodonga Raiders 6-9-45 to the Albury Tigers 12-84. We'll go to Dan Vaccaro now. So your Optus quarters best for your local Optus stores in Albury, Wodonga and Wangaratta.
Thank you very much, Gussie. So Optus quarters best for Wodonga Raiders that quarter. I thought Max Beattie was fantastic, boys. He had 7 touches. He's had 21 for the game. And our equal leading possession winner on the ground, Brad St. John, Shred. He's had 8. He's up to 27 for the game. He was fantastic that quarter as well. Special mention to Isaac Muller. Keeps going on. He had 6 touches and a goal that quarter as well. And as we move over to the Albury side of things, Anthony Miles is equal leading possession getter on the ground with St. John. He had 11 that quarter, and he's had 27 for the match also. He was fantastic, along with a couple other boys. I thought McMenamin was quite good as well for Albury.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be long, Gus, before Dan Vaccaro gets himself a set of Isaac Muller pyjamas. What do you reckon? He's
Pyjamas?
a big fan. Yeah, some jammies to wear.
New favourite player.
I don't know if Dan's a pyjamas man.
Well, actually, what are you, a onesie man, Dan? Or you'll be a boxer man?
Be a boxers man.
Nah, just the briefs, mate.
Just the briefs?
Just the briefs.
Oh, so okay.
We might leave it at that.
Just
in
be
the
careful,
podcast.
mate. The future Mrs. Vaccaro could be listening right now. You don't want to scare her off early.
I'll tell you what, you're doing a good job of that. Anyway.
Yeah.
Dan Vaccaro, the best statsman in the business, thanks to 40 Winks, and we'll go boundary side. Sky Burgess for the Newmarket Hotel. Mark Armand, well, he's starting to become a bit of a Peter German. He keeps the boys in for a very, very long period of time for these three-quarter and quarter-time addresses.
Holding him in. He does. He speaks to the group and does all the tactic kind of stuff, and then he pulls them in a little bit closer, a bit similar to Jake Sharp, and just has a quiet word to them and tries to get them in the right headspace.
Give him a bit of a rev up.
Yeah, obviously worked at halftime. I think they came out a lot better.
No, I think so too. I think we saw better quarters from Max Beattie. I think we saw Charlie St John and a few others work their way into the contest, guys. So I think there's a lot of promising signs here at the Birreley Park.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen some good footy from the Raiders this afternoon. But as we mentioned earlier and at half-time, it's just about sometimes their decision-making and just a few minor skill errors. But they'll tidy that up with experience, and they're only going to get better. So we're almost set here for the final term. At Birreley Park, hits a 39-point lead. And, here's Gus McLeod for McRae Motors to get us underway.
Thanks, Lukey. The thirds are trickling their way off the ground for the Albury Tigers. Umpire holds the footy aloft. And for Bing Lee, the final quarter on O&M Live is underway. Zach By flies up in the ruck contest against Muller, and Miles prevails from the contest. Wrapped up in a big tackle, the ball goes backwards towards McGrath. Finds the left foot kick, trying to go out wide towards Harry Cameron. 70 from home, little chip kick over the top's okay for Brunner. Umpire calls him to play on, so he kicks in the Blomley direction. Appeals for a mark there from the Wodonga Raiders. Beattie's on hands and knees. Brunner handballs out wide. Harry Cameron's too far to score. Little chip kick in the Blomley direction's okay. Bradshaw gets amongst the action but left the footy behind at the crucial moment. Working hard is Smith. Little left foot grubber kicks okay. Cheek weaves and dives. St John's wrapped up in the tackle now and will ball the footy up. 65 metres out from the goals of the Albury Tigers. 45 plays 84. It's on the border carpet scoreboard.
Umpire sends it up. Isaac Muller and Zach By do battle in the ruck. Miles. Isaac Muller ended up with it. Got it on to Bradshaw. Cheek in front of Cameron. Cheek was held. He'll get the free kick. So Cheek with it. Josh wants to come inboard to the corridor, and Brad St John puts the foot down. How many on the 40-wing stat sheet now? Dan Vaccaro.
That'll be 28 for him.
Been unreal today. And then inside 50, rolling ball. Lucas Conlon got a fist to it. In fact, that was Jesse Wilson. Isaac McGrath pulled to ground with the ball. And the umpire will call for it again. So that was unthanked, in fact. And we'll have another ball up.
25 metres out from goal. Muller takes it out of the ruck and kicks on goal. Just misses to the far side for a minor score. So Isaac Muller for mine. Clearly a best on field, the Wodonga Raiders. And I dare say the 40-wing stats back that one up.
23 touches, Gus, and about 9 million hitouts.
9 million. A precise number there from Dan. If you wondered why he's gone through 6 pens, Luke Francis, that's why, with 9 million hitouts.
That's a lot of hitouts.
Blomley for the Albury Tigers, 75 metres from home, kicks inboard towards centre half forward, and it's Lucas Conlon. 60 metres from home, nice strong mark, and this is not too far for the boy from Griffith. Umpire says, get a wriggle on, son, so he kicks long. He kicks really long. Lucas Conlon brings the house down with a Sunjan goal today. He just bopped that one through from 55 metres downtown. And he's kicked 2 majors, and the Albury Tigers, well, that's the first nail in the coffin, Dan.
Yeah, no, it was a beautiful goal. Gone inside 50 early. Anthony Miles has got his hands in the footy twice already this quarter. It's all looking positive signs for Albury.
Gee, didn't he latch onto that one, Lucas, and just set it high into the Birreley Park sky. That was a beauty. So a 6-pointer for him. And the ball's coming back to the middle.
Interesting, Luke, that Lucas Conlon was more of a prolific forward in his time back home.
Yeah, he was. Gus saw a lot of him with the Griffith Swans, and I thought he was fantastic down forward. So when I came down and saw some O&M action as Miles goes forward down towards Lucas again. Look at that. One bite, just dropped it. And then Blomley gets held up and wrapped up in a tackle. Yeah, I was actually surprised to see Jacob down forward, Gus. I thought it might be the other way around. But they're absolute stars. I nickname them the Bookend Brothers because we obviously see them at opposite ends of the ground, but they can play both forward and back, both of them, can't they?
They certainly can. Muller, hands on the footy for the Albury Tigers in a 1-2 with St John. Handballs over the top. It's Smith across the right half-back flank. Kicks long down the line. Boundary line's going to beat all comers to the footy and will bring the football back into play just forward of true centre. Emerald Oval side of the Birreley Park in Wodonga. The Raiders, they trail 6-10-46 to the Albury Tigers, 13-12-90. It's on the border carpet scoreboard. And for McRae Motors on O&M Live, here's Luke Francis.
Yeah, and credit to the club. This ground's been turned out in magnificent nick here this afternoon. Beattie. And then to Brad St. John down the line. Nice to Jason Burke. True centre wing, far side. So what can they do? Or just left of it. Jason went once and then he wanted to restart his run up. High ball to the edge of the 50. And then caught under it Isaac Muller. McGrath's got it. The Tigers through Miles. How many now for Miles, Dan?
That one there was his 30th, boys.
Struth. And then to Blomley, inboard to Page, and he's weaving through traffic.
That he certainly is, and the ball's favourably for Luke Daly, who wants to find his right boot, and he kicks inboard. Lucas Conlon, too far to score across the edge of the centre square, kicks inside, forward 50, and going back courageously for the Wodonga Raiders. An absolutely superb mark there from Mitch Way. Switches dangerously. The ball's in the hands of the man they call the shredder, Brad St. John, for the Wodonga Raiders, and he chips over the top. Not quite his best kick, but it's going to work out fortuitously for the Raiders. They kick long down the line to a contest. They have numbers via Harry Cameron, who brings the ball back inboard towards Miles.
Yeah, and then Brad St. John chips in, bores through, and as the Raiders take possession, an angle towards Bradshaw, and then Bradshaw sees what he likes out wide, and he finds a man out there, and it's Burke, and he's away. Look at him go, Jason. Ordinary kick, but it will find Gibbs. So it didn't come off the boot all that well, a wobbly one. But Gibbs has taken the mark, and he'll go back and have a shot to the Emerald Avenue end, and this would give the Raiders their 7th as we go boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel. Here's Sky Burgess.
Hopefully you can get this one, boys. I feel like the Raiders just need that little bit of spark to carry through the last quarter. Aubrey are really starting to kick away from them, so this would just do great for their morale.
Yeah, you're right about that, Sky. They just need a little pick-me-up, if you like, just to ignite, as you said, a little motivation here in the third quarter. And Tom Gibbs puts up a high ball, and it's gone through for 1- score. So no goal. 90 plays 46 on the Border Carpet scoreboard. And we've almost gone 5.5 on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock. Here's Gus McLeod on O&M Live for McRae Motors.
Great to have your company on 1494 2AY. Not O'Brien's best kick as Cox gets amongst the action. Goes to the big ruckman. Muller inside forward 50 with precision and accuracy. And it falls into the lap of Jason Burke, 45 metres out on a 45-degree angle.
I've got to say, he's having the best game I've seen him play all year, the young Berkey.
Well said, Sky. His leading work has been superb, and so is his finishing on goal. He kicks from 45 metres out, and I'm so sorry, Berkey, because that is commentator's curse at its best. I think you've got a role to play in that one too, Sky.
I do. He's been riddled with injuries, the poor lad, and so today he's really seemed to be back to his old self, which I miss. He's still playing well.
Yeah, good news. And then ball out to McMenamin. Tigers, defensive 50. Oh, look at that for a ball. Angling back towards the corridor. Nice. And then there'll be a 50 here. Yep.
I don't know about that.
Dan Vaccaro not happy. Max Byrne
it fell out of his hands.
Had the ball knocked out. Yeah, it's a heavy penalty to pay, isn't it? So borderline, but anyway, it has been paid. Max Byrne, spearing ball. Lucas Conlon, a little bit too far out in front of him. Hooks it back with the right one, centering. Now the Raiders are really going to work back here. Tigers onto them, wrapped up. And the umpire will call for it, a stoppage, attacking 50 for the Albury Tigers. Netball called in. As we come to you live on 1494 2AY this afternoon, it's Sky Burgess, Dan Vaccaro, Gus McLeod and Luke Francis at Birrelly Park on a Saturday afternoon.
As the football trickles out of bounds for a boundary throw-in, we'll go around the ground. So Mr. Stowe's Pool World and the Yarrawonga Pigeons have hit the lead on the Rumble on the River, 10-8-67 to the Roos, 10-5-65. And at the Martin Park, just down the road at Wodonga, Dedarang Mount Beauty lead 113 to the Wodonga Saints 15 in the Toolangatta District Football Netball League. Muller on hands and knees to the Raiders back here at the Birrelly Park. Here's a go for Hodgson. Wants to go backwards to go forwards. Blomley's the target. Now to Miles towards the top of the goal square. And Conlon makes a good contest and provides a big crunching tackle. Cox has got a bit of work to do across the goal line. And happy to concede a minor score is Alex Daly. So the Albury Tigers boost their lead 13-91 to the Raiders 6-12-48. That's on the Border Carpet scoreboard.
Cooper Daly to Bradshaw. Look at him go. He puts the foot down and then puts it on the left boot. Swinging ball down towards centre wing. McMenamin read it beautifully. And now he plays on. Inboard to Tom O'Brien. Now he's got a man free and Jesse Wilson. He gets him now. So Wilson with it. Now look at this. They get out the open side so many times, the Tigers, and they bring it back inboard. McGrath, a little bit tall for him. Raiders are going to go now. Beatty after it quickly. Scoops it up. Now he's got a player out here, and McKenzie finds him, and he goes on to Price.
Links up with Joel. True centre wing broadcast side. His kick towards Gibbs is nice, and he marks on the lead on the chest for the Wodonga Raiders. Back in towards Price. Just gains about 20 metres here for the Raiders. He's got Beatty on the overlap, I should say, which he ignores. And in the end, the umpire calls him to play on. So he kicks long down the line to a contest. Making a good go of it is Gibbs. Working hard is unthanked for the Albury Tigers. Taylor Nugent back into a little bit of trouble. Daly shimmies and shakes the coach and finds Taylor Nugent, who kicks long down the line as Brunner marks for the Albury Tigers. 9.5 minutes gone on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock. And here comes young Will Bowden.
Yeah, Bowden in the yellow and black sends it to the arc of the 50. Miles has pushed forward now. Smith has got to go back and did well. And then gave it off to Cooper. Daly gets around Conlon. Right foot, low one, finds Glass. Max turns around, hits Price. So that's nice. Good defence from the Raiders. They've done well here. So what will Price do? He's going to angle back towards the middle. Cooper Daly. And Cooper had a look on the outer side. Alex was there, but he elects to come back to Cantilla. So they're doing well here. They're keeping possession. St. John, good composure here, Gus.
From Brad, who kicks down towards Isaac Muller. His 40 wing stand for Cara.
26, boys.
And he kicks inside forward 50 for the Wodonga Raiders. A contest forms. Gibbs can't quite get to the fall of the footy. And it's out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. The Raiders trail 6-12-48 to the Albury Tigers 13-12-90. It's on the Border Carpet scoreboard, and we've just ticked over the 10-minute mark on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock. Boundary throw-in 55 metres out from the Raiders' goal.
And it gets pitchfork back into play. Isaac Muller and Bowden. Bowden got the best of it. McKenzie, hurry kick forward. Going back. Hartnell, he took a great mark. Jason Burke searching for it on the ground. Cameron, though, picks it up. And Harry goes wide. And Mitchell Scott just got a rush kick out wide again. So the Tigers through Page now. Books around his opponent. Did well. And then nice delivery. A little bit high for Miles, though. Hodgson, McKenzie in a one-on-one contest. Hodgson did very well, but turn it over in the end, in fact, to Alex Daly, and the Raiders go down the line to Gibbs.
And Gibbs has been alive in this fourth quarter, and he gets a right foot kick inside forward 50, and a crucial spoil comes in from Jesse Wilson to concede a boundary throw-in as we go boundary side. Sky Burgess for the Newmarket Hotel.
Tell you what, it's that time of the day, boys. The shade is really starting to come over all the crowd, and it's getting a bit chilly down here.
Nathan Clark doesn't look too well, Sky.
I know. I've seen him. He did when they went up in that contest in the inside 50. I think he was kind of crunched in the pack. So, yeah, he looks a bit sore, but I'll keep an eye on him.
Boundary throw-in back into play. The Albury Tigers regather possession from that contest, but Beatty crumbs nicely. Pounces on the Albury Tigers' mistake. He kicks on goal and he kicks the near side for a minor score. So Max Beatty with his first score involvement today for the Wodonga Raiders, and they've been inaccurate in front of goal. They moved to 6-13-49. The Albury Tigers 13-12-90. It's great to have your company on O&M Live. Fourth quarter action thanks to Bing Lee. And here's Luke Francis.
Yeah, we're about to hit the 12-minute mark in the final term, thanks to the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock. Far side, a long way away from our commentary position. The Tigers with it through Page. Short left foot, 20-metre one to Hodgson. And he moves it out wide to Cameron, who's been very good today for the Tigers. On to Tom O'Brien. So this is where they just build ever so slowly. And, well, misses a high ball there. Garlett, too tall for him. Out the back was McGrath swinging back. Centering kick. Bradshaw sitting under it. Fumbles. And now the Raiders have to work. McKenzie to Jake Twycross. Back out to Bradshaw. And he finds Charlie St. John. Nah, out on the full, that one. And the Tigers will get it. Yeah, certainly out in the full, so it'll come back. Sky, you would have had a good side of that one for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, it was definitely out. Good call there.
So ball's in the hands of Braden McMenamin, one of the exciting young prospects coming through the Albury Tigers junior program. Inside forward 50, Lucas Conlon hands on the footy. Cantilla has a chance to regain possession for the Raiders. Little dinky left foot kick over the top, forced Duncan to go to work. Bradshaw amongst the action for the Tigers, and here comes the skipper, Michael Duncan. Uses his booming right boot to open up the fat side of the Birrelea Park via Cameron. Cameron's kick to Page is okay. Wants to hold up the football and wait for the right option to present inside forward 50. Too far to score, so Page darts into the Garlett direction. And then a bit too much on it for him. Out of bounds for a boundary throw-in right in front of the border carpet scoreboard, which reads the Albury Tigers 13-12-90 to the Wodonga Raiders 6-13-49. And the umpire will bring this one back into play.
Yeah, what a footy club they are, hey? The Albury Tigers, 41-point leaders here in the final term. As we get up towards the 14-minute mark, Anthony Miles has a ping at the sticks to the netball court and just misses to the near side. He's been huge again today, Anthony. How many has he had down?
He's had the 33 touches, boys, on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Yeah,
Miles.
fantastic.
Speaking of netball, a big upset thanks to Ray White Rural. The Yarrawonga Pigeons have beat Cora Rutherglen by a sole point in the A-grade netball,
Wow,
boys.
first loss of the season for Cora.
Back-to-back. They lost last week too against Lavington.
Yeah,
Jeez,
okay.
a big upset down there. And in the rumble on the river, around the ground, so Mr. Stove's Pool World, the Roos lead by a sole point at the JC Low Oval. And unfortunately for your listeners here on 2AY, the game's not quite as exciting, but we'll keep you up to date the whole way through as the Tigers regain possession. 55 from home, they kick the ball inside forward 50, and the mark has been taken by O'Brien, 45 metres out on a 35-degree angle.
Yeah, he certainly has. So I wanted to mention really goals that O&M first graders should kick these ones. About 40 out, slight angle, not much breeze about at all. So let's see what Tom can do.
Kicking to the club room's end of the Birrelea Park here in Wodonga. Really starting to play some good footy coming back into this senior side. O'Brien, right foot kick. Goal umpire doesn't have to move much there. And gives the one finger salute. I heard a big come on from Tommy O'Brien too, Lukey.
No, you're right, Gus. I thought he liked it.
I thought he liked it a lot, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Well, that's got me stumped.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. So he sort of went back and half celebrated, but anyway, that's okay. Cameron has been fantastic for the Tigers. Into McGrath. So Isaac, he's about 75 from home. So what can the Tigers work out here? Raiders have got back in numbers. Ken Tiller will be at the back and was touched, so it's play on. Beattie emerges from the pack and then chips it across wide to Price, who's been good in the final term, and then goes inboard to Brad St. John, the shred. He's got it, and he's been great for his Raiders this afternoon, Gus.
He's played a skipper's game and he switches the footy out wide, links up with a teammate here. And it's Alex Daly who just slows things down and waits for the right option to present. That one is Bradshaw. He's got an overlap inboard, which he ignores because he darts the ball inside forward 50. Not the best, but it works out okay for Twycross. Kick on goal. Top of the goal square. Good strong mark by Whitehead. On the goal line, Mark Whitehead, I should say. Read that one nicely. We'll go back and have a set shot from point blank range.
Yeah, he will. So he's taking it deep. What's happened here?
I don't know. There seems to be a bit of confusion. I don't know.
I don't
So
know.
it looks like the goal umpire
it's
might
all
be
about-
suggesting it might be through for a minor score.
Yeah, I think I don't know.
No, I think it's where he marked at Whitehead if it was in the goal square on an angle.
Yeah, you got it, Dan.
Yep. And the
It doesn't
umpire's
matter.
just fixing it up.
Because he's popped it through, and the umpire gives the two-finger salute. The Raiders, they move to 55. They trail the Albury Tigers 92. It's on the border carpet scoreboard. Fourth quarter action for Bingley on O&M Live, and we'll go boundary side for Albury's best pub, the Newey, Sky Burgess.
I can confirm while they're bringing the ball back up, boys, that Nathan Clark's got ice on his shoulder, so that generally signs that he won't be going back out there today.
Yeah, very good, Dan. Let's get a inside 50s count in the final turn, thanks to 40 Wings.
Yeah, thanks, Lukey. So inside 50 count is 6 for Wodonga Raiders and 9 inside 50s for the Albury Tigers on the 40 wing stat sheet, boys.
How the around the ground's going now, Gus? So that is a real interesting one, that rumble on the river.
That it certainly is, guys. And at present, scores are level. 10-12 to 11-6, 72 apiece around the grounds between Cora Rutherglen and the Yarrawonga Pigeons.
Yeah, this is the place to be. O&M Live over the next 2 months. And aren't we just having a wonderful year? Jake Twycross and then off to Isaac Muller and dropped it, the umpire said. So Tom O'Brien Plays on to Unthank, and then a left foot one out to the outer side. Isaac McGrath, who, wanted to duck back inside, sends it in to Taylor Nugent. So the Tigers working it forward beautifully here. And then, that's not going to reach Lucas Conlon. He's well behind that one. Poor kick. And the mark is taken by Jake Twycross in defence for the Raiders.
True centre half back. It's a congested line ahead, so he goes backwards. We're going to try and go forwards now via Daly. And works out nicely. Charlie St John for the Wodonga Raiders, a true centre half back. Left foot kick high up and under in the cheek direction. Doesn't quite get the bounce, but he made a good contest of it. Inboard now to Byrne. 1-2 with Duncan. Gives the Dusty Fletcher, the Dusty Martin style, I'd argue, I should say. And he forces Price to go to work. Working hard here. Unthank and Scott. Left foot kick from Scott, not his best. Marking uncontested with St John. I thought he marked it. Umpire said no. And here comes Cantilla.
And the ball has just bounced and gone out of bounds. Well, on true centre wing, broadcast side here at Birrelea Park. As the sun starts to go down here, boundary umpire's got it. He's about to hurl it back into play. So 19 of the minutes, 19 and a half gone here on the Albury GJ Gardner Homes time clock. Tigers up 92-55 on the Border Carpets scoreboard. So they'll pick up more premiership points this afternoon, this great club. But we've seen a very competitive contest. And McMenamin emerges from the pack and hands the ball back to the umpire. Here we go again. Muller, it's been wonderful. Beattie, left foot, did well to keep it in the end. And Jason Burke got a bad bounce. And Cox goes in. He's been quiet today. McKenzie. And then it's wrapped up. And we will have another stoppage. Gus McLeod here in the final term.
The 1 point lead to Cora Rutherglen at the 16.5-minute mark with the rumble on the river. The Roos and the Pigeons. And you won't miss a thing with us here on O&M Live. Back here at the Birrelea Park in Wodonga. It's McGrath with a high up and under kick. Free kick here, guys. It's a whistle from the non-officiating umpire. And it looks like it's going to go the way of the Wodonga Raiders. Joel Price, delayed inclusion on the side today.
Was a holding of the jumper.
Great work from you, Sky.
What a kick.
Beautiful kick inboard. It's Will McCarty. Playing a pretty good year of footy is young Will. Umpire calls him to play on now, so he kicks to the top of the goal square. Muller's the target. They bring it to ground level. On hands and knees is Cheek, getting amongst the action. Pinballing around about 25 metres out from the Raiders' goal. Cheek goes at it once again. Page gets hands on the Sharon, and the Tigers exit D50.
Yeah, they certainly do, as they do so well. Here's McMenamin in a 1-2 play, and now he lost it. Just came off his boot. McCarty has to go for the Raiders and did well, and then sends it. 40-metre kick to Cheek, and Josh plays on now. He has the goals in sights. He loads up to the Emerald Street end, one out, Whitehead. Oh, no. Duncan goes in. Raiders have got it. Beattie on the boot. I reckon he's got it. Yep. He's kicked it all right. So no mucking around there. Max Beattie has just whacked the Sharon on his boot to the Emerald Street end, and the Raiders pick up another major as they continue to fight to the finish line as we go back boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel. Here's Sky Burgess.
Yeah, it's really blown out, hasn't it, boys? It's good for Beattie to get that one, a bit of morale for the boys, but, you know, I think the fat lady sung a little while ago, unfortunately.
I think so, Sky, but a gallant effort from one of the younger teams we've seen run out in the O&M. The Albury Tigers up against an even younger side in the Wodonga Raiders. The rumble on the river around the grounds sees the Pigeons hit the lead, 78-73. We'll keep you updated. You won't miss a thing with us here on O&M Live. As Muller goes up in the ruck and he palms the football down for the Wodonga Raiders in the Bradshaw direction. Umpire should have paid hold on the footy.
Yes.
He ignored as O'Brien links up over the top, and here comes Bryden Hodgson, true centre of the Birrelea Park. Right foot kick is okay to Hart. Needed to get 2 mitts at it, but he didn't. Coming through nicely now is Taylor Nugent. Handballs back inboard to Hodgson. Steadies and kicks on goal from 35. And that's why Bryden Hodgson is one of the better players in the competition. He makes no mistake from a standing start at the Birrelea Park.
It is all she wrote. Yeah, so Hodgson, well, he missed one earlier on today, but I'll tell you what, it wasn't going to be the case the second time he got a crack at it. Turned around and speared the ball high, and he's kicked the goal to the southern end of the ground. Well done to him. So Harry Cameron coming back on for the Tigers. He's been fantastic today. Just wonderful. And the 43 Guernsey for the yellow and black. Dan, what's our standout stat for the last term here, thanks to 40 Winks?
Thanks, Lukey. Yeah, well, the inside 50 count boys, Albury have had 11 this quarter, but I also think Raiders have been impressive with the 7.
Yeah, Isaac McGrath in the middle, off to Zach By. So we're getting deep into the final term now. Brunner, and then out wide, here's Bowden. And in fact, it's Jake Page. Page on the left boot, sends it towards home. Cantilli gets back. Has he got it in time? I reckon he might have. No, it's going to be a goal. Tigers get another.
Ooh.
And I reckon that is a Sunjan goal of the day. That was a ripper. So Jake Page just working his way towards the netball court end. And Gus McLeod tells me that's a double to Jakey as we go down to Sky Burgess for the Newmarket Hotel.
Yeah, that was a great passage of play, wasn't it? Really capitalising on those running players, which was spoken about in their three-quarter time huddle. So, yeah, the coach should be happy with that.
He's been fantastic too, Jakey Page on the 40 Wing stat sheet. He's had 16 touches and he's also kicked 2 goals as well. So he's been a real big part of that running off the half-back line that Sky mentioned earlier and their link-up play along the wing.
For Mr. Stokes Paulwell, the Pigeons have kicked 3 goals in 3 minutes and they lead 90-73 at the JC Low Oval here, or in Yarrawonga, I should say, and back here in Wodonga. It's O'Brien with hands on the Sharon. Links up nicely with Isaac McGrath. The umpire says, yeah, a bit of time to get rid of that football, young fella. It's holding the football, and it's going to go the way of Charlie St. John.
So Charlie St. John out towards a teammate in Burke. Burke got swung around in the tackle, and then Charlie St. John follows up. Good work and kicks it down towards Isaac Muller, sailed over his head. And then, well, the Tigers fight for it. Isaac McGrath up to Duncan. So Mick wants to come across half-back. Dangerous Price. Well, tried to body out Cameron. And then Beattie, he's going. Handballs over the top. Back to Price. Left foot. Hurried ball. Bouncing. And then bouncing out of bounds to the Emerald Avenue end near side. And we'll have another boundary throw-in. Sky, what's the... I suppose the best thing you've seen from the Raiders today. Could you give us a standout?
Oh, to me, what's standing out is their good players are playing well as they always do, but they're the boys that are probably having their better games that are on the better side of the bottom side of the team. So that's really great to see them stepping up, like Burke and Gibbo and that. They're not the stars, but they're playing really, really well, which I think is what you want to get out of games like today.
The Tigers lead 104-61. As the siren sounds at Birrelea Park to see the Albury Tigers run away victorious, 15-14, 104 to the Wodonga Raiders, 8-13-61. And like Sky Burgess said, a gallant effort today from the Wodonga Raiders, Lukey.
Yeah, absolutely, Gus. The best thing about it was they played right through to the finish line and, well, class prevailed in the end. We always knew it was going to be hard for the Raiders at home today, taking on such a wonderful football club. Even though the Tigers had so many missing from, their best team. But, yeah, there's just so many young, talented players and just a few little skill errors and a bit of composure here and there and decision-making. And, a few years, Gus, and a couple of years, and then they'll be playing finals, I reckon.
That they certainly will. They're building nicely. And that's all she wrote. The rumble on the river too, Lukey. The Pigeons have kicked away and they lead that one by 30 points all of a sudden.
So how many goals did the Pigeons end up with, Gus?
Well, they're still going. They've still got about 4 or 5 minutes to go.
Yeah.
And it's 15-12, 102 to the Roos, 11-7-73.
So I wonder how many Lee Williams has got of those 15.
Well,
so
he's definitely got 6.
At least 6, yeah. That's unreal, isn't it?
Staggering to see what...
Staggering.
He's going to go very close to winning the Doug Strang medal,
yeah,
Lukey, and he's only going to play in about, I'd say, 60% of the games.
Yeah, it's nuts. Absolute unreal, isn't it?
Who's shaping up to be a contender for you, Lukey, the Anytime Fitness Player of the Day?
Anytime Fitness Player of the Day? Well, how hard is that? I thought Harry Cameron was very good today. Anthony Miles, as always, for the Tigers. He was
class, wasn't he?
Yeah, and we sung Isaac Muller's praises so often today. Of course, he's part of a losing team. I think you have to go Anthony Miles, or I reckon Harry Cameron was very good.
Yeah, and I really thought the game of Isaac McGrath was sensational today. He's a youngster that's shaping up quite nicely and a really promising footballer coming through the ranks. I really enjoyed the game of Lucas Comlin up forward. It's great to see what he's capable of and showing what he can do at the other end of the ground, which is a really big positive. And a big secret weapon in a way. Look, not a secret weapon, but a weapon they can look to expose in the weeks to come if things aren't going all to plan, they can just throw JC and LC, as they call them.
Yeah.
The big Conlon boys up in attack.
Yeah, that's right, Gussie. Just real trump cards for the Albury Tigers Football Club, aren't they? And what a trick to have up your sleeve. That's right, when you can just throw the magnets around and have those two boys, you can play either end of the ground, and play the position so well. Just fantastic for their footy side.
That you certainly can. We're not too far away from crossing boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel to Sky Burgess. We'll do that shortly. And, of course, she's going to have the tough job of picking our Anytime Fitness Player of the Day. And it looks like it's going the way of the man they call Snipper. Anthony Miles from the Albury Tigers. The man they call Snip. He's the coach. And he's our Anytime Fitness Player of the Day. We'll go boundary side to Sky Burgess.
Yeah, I've got him here now with me, boys. Mate, you played an amazing game yourself, but you got to be happy with the boys after a game like that.
Yeah, no, it was. It was pleasing. I think we spoke about the process in the first quarter. I thought, we probably didn't execute on the scoreboard for the play we had. And then the second quarter, I thought Raiders could have got back in it. So it's funny how it worked out. And then, it was a pleasing second half.
'Cause I know you got a lot of star power out this week. Like, what was the words being said to the boys coming into today?
I'm big on guys just playing to their strengths and expressing themselves through their footy. Like these 20, I think we had 10 or 12 under 22. So it's just letting them play to their strengths. Obviously, some defensive principles and then letting them express themselves through their offense and take the game on.
I'll see if the boys have got any questions for you. They're looking down on us.
Nah, we'll catch up with Snip after the game. Go and sing the song, Milesy. Congratulations on being the Anytime Fitness Player of the Day.
Congratulations.
Thanks, boys.
Sky Burgess boundary side with Anthony Miles as he trickles his way off the ground, and the Albury Tigers victorious once again. And just seems like every time we see the Albury Tigers play footy, they just win. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, that's right. And Anthony Miles is the epitome of making things look easy, doesn't he? He just looks like he's in second or third gear sometimes. And that's right, Gus. They're just a wonderful outfit. And they're just about to head under our, commentary position here. And Sky Burgess is going to follow them in. We're going to catch the song live here on 1494 2AY.
That we certainly are. So full time at the Rumble on the River, boys, all bar it. And the Pigeons will claim victory in that game, Lukey, which is a big, big upset considering how much the Roos led by.
Yeah, that's right. So they were level pegging at one stage and for a long time throughout the game, weren't they? And the Roos were, in fact, in front. So, and let's keep in mind, too, that game's been played in Yarrawonga. So the Corowa boys just responding after copping a fair hiding against Lavington last weekend.
Here's the song. They're indeed from Tigerland, and they're indeed victorious here on O&M Live. Full time at the Birrelea Park in Wodonga. The Albury Tigers 15-14-104, defeating the Wodonga Raiders 8-13-61. A 43-point victory to the visiting team. And on the other side of the break, we'll get you as much content as we can from inside the four walls of the Albury Tigers. It's great to have your company on O&M Live. We've got plenty more to come, because on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? and one for news and meditation, one for sport and one for music. Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. I love it.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
GoTAFE is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on.
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.